and we made level 2 we made level 2 like midway through. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I'll shut up. Go.
It's almost like you were half paying attention last week, which I wanted to talk to you about. I'm sorry.
Just vaguely recalling.
I vaguely recall that you were not.
All right, so we were playing D&D, right?
Yeah.
God damn it! I thought this was checkers. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
About to head out.
All right, I'm gonna, just for the sake of the VOD, I'm gonna just bring us in properly and set the scene again. It is the year 1472, DR, in the Forgotten Realms. The young King Gadway Emmett has ascended the throne of Cormyr. We know him as the father of Cadmail. A war with the Sea Princes from the Sea of Falling Stars has come to an end. Cormyr's southern shores are secured. But Gadway's father, the previous king, fell during the conflict. More inclined to peace than war, King Gadway decides protecting the coastline rather than pursuing the princes deeper into the sea to be the favorable choice. Attention is brought to defenses of the capital Suzail, but also to smaller settlements who witnessed extensive raiding by the Sea Prince's pirates during the war. Long ignored, these backwater towns and villages dot the coastline. This following adventure takes place in one particular town, Saltmarsh. A small fishing and trade town used to being ignored by the crown suddenly has a change in winds as King Gadway appoints Baron Thamasa, Romil's father, an ambitious up-and-coming Cormyrian noble, to oversee development of Saltmarsh and to uncover what secrets and resources lie in the lonely town. Dark secrets old and new lay waiting to be uncovered as a populace struggles to try a new way of life and unwanted attention from the crown. Through this, all bands have come together for want of gold to investigate a haunted house outside of town. Tales of a forgotten alchemist, ghostly haunts, and danger. You listen to me, boy! Surround the house and await the inquiry of the party. And our party is Victrax, the divination wizard, Prescott, the rambling hobo bard, Vect, the air quotes veteran rogue, and Drolly, a warder bound to spellcasters. When we were left off, you all had made it to the haunted house, which oversees the sea upon a tall cliff. At night, and as Victrax wanted to cook a trout, as he went to go get some firewood, giant weasels attacked and attempted to drag him into their den to feast upon his flesh. But you saved them and stopped them, and the last one went scampering down his den. Any questions or considerations? We picked right back up. I'll bring the map back over to you.
I'm disappointed he didn't say all that in like a southern accent.
I really should have.
In the background. That's the only way to do it at this point.
At one point, I did a western, and that was the funnest. The narrator voice for the southern, for that one was very good.
Channeling your inner, Sam Elliott.
Maybe a little bit of Sam Elliott. I'm not exactly sure who I was. I love me some western and southern, and we talked about this last time.
Hey-o.
All right. Here we are. The ball's in your court. It is at night. You have just finished the combat, unless you want to pursue the giant weasel into his burrow.
No, not it.
Not it.
Look to Prescott.
Well, you want me to go down that hole?
No, it's you're supposed to have a vote, I think.
Oh. Well, I say we leave him alone.
And you, Goose 8.
Really wish you would stop calling me that. But no, we will not pursue.
All right, then. And you, Victrax, do me a favor.
I might try.
Stop making my job as a warder so difficult. You can't die an hour after I make a bond with you. It'd be embarrassing.
I think that
Nope.
just goes to show your capability as a person who bonds with a mage.
You know what? Chicken 5, I think you have a very sour attitude. I think we did all right, all things considered. Everybody is still alive.
It doesn't always happen, though. Sometimes your fellow soldier dies, and you are the one left carrying them back to base camp. So think of that the next time you leave your bonded mage stranded, left to fend for himself, leaving him to almost die. I know
Oh, wow.
the horrors of war. They're cold.
Does that happen to you?
Once or twice, but I can't
Wow.
talk about
I want to insight the shit out of that.
Insight
Well,
and a deception check.
it.
Well, I love stories. I'd love to hear about it.
Listen to you lie.
Oh shit. God damn it, I forget how good you roll.
Oh yeah, Jolly's been rolling great. I mean, there's always a chance. What's your deception to check there, Vic?
My deception? God damn, it's like +2.
Oh, boy,
Let's
that's plus
see what
two.
I get.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't
Let's
matter.
get that roll out there, though. Let's just get it out there.
10.
10. Yep. Yeah, you're starting to paint a picture a little bit here, Jolly, of maybe he hasn't seen as much combat, or maybe some, but none.
Well,
yeah.
okay. I guess Nate, I'll let you decide how much of that he kind of picks up from him.
Well,
Sorry.
we didn't get a chance to talk about your character too much, but I know you kind of put focus on him being a level 1 character, but in the grand scheme of things, in a world like this, a level 1 character is still a pretty significant cut above a normal person, right? So you have gotten your skills to pick and to fight from somewhere, right? Maybe you were trained in some way, but you never remember, I'm talking out loud, right? I'm not saying this is what happened.
Yeah.
But maybe you were trained some way, somehow by somebody, but then never actually got a chance to see battle. But that's your insecurity, is that you were trained. Like maybe you were in a mercenary group and they were the guys they've seen war. They were a part of this war that we mentioned in the backstory of the Sea Princess. So they saw all this combat. But poor Vect, he enlisted at the age of 17, but never made it out there in time. Maybe something like that.
Yeah.
And felt insecure about it.
Something along those lines, right? He's been trained, which is what makes him level 1, but he's never seen battle. But he, I think of it like, and Robert, you probably know more about this than I do, and could probably explain it a little bit better. But like the guys that really try to be the patriotic guy, and so part of that like whole shtick puts them as presenting like they're one of the guys, one of the veterans, and they've seen combat and they've seen this, but they've never, like, there's a significant amount of people who love to act like they were a former Navy SEAL, but like never were.
You see it on Facebook all the time. The people with the most American flags and shit all over their Facebook probably didn't even fucking serve.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they did, they were in fucking admin and push paper. So I love that. Even though I hate you at the same time.
Yeah, maybe Vect was trained as a scout, during this war of these pirates. I don't know. Yeah, I like this idea of this insecurity, though, for sure.
Yeah, sorry, my Discord keeps disconnecting. I might have to restart it here soon. So anyway, something along those lines, but in this case, he has had training and was set to go out, but you guys don't know why he never went out to see war. Maybe he became a coward. And
He's a draft dodger.
draft dodger, and now he's trying to make up for that, but he doesn't want to seem like is a draft dodger, and like his fellow comrades went to war, he didn't. Maybe some of his friends died, kind of thing.
So with a nat 20 insight, do I just hear like the voice crack for a minute so I know like for certain like this is bullshit or like something about it ain't right?
Yeah, I would say you definitely pick up on the idea that there's just just seems to be making almost all of this up, and he's definitely he you can tell you get the idea he's almost definitely never seen combat.
Perfect. All right, I am going to walk up to you, lean up against this wall here, just kind of like look over my shoulder to make sure, like, see that they're talking. So it's just kind of me and you. All right, Pigeon 2. I can smell breast milk on you, and some about your story sounds like shit. So I trust that Mister put you in my way for a reason, but the business of taking lives in warfare are done by people who look like me, and not soft-handed, unscarred people like you.
What? I, I, I've totally seen battle, like many times.
Yeah, you've seen it plenty. I was looking at you too. Looked at your hands. Look how you carry yourself. You don't even have that stare that all the real killers get. So I got the rabbit mask on, so it's like real close to your face. Even look you in the eyes. Yeah.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Look, he starts kind of softening up a little bit. Look, all right. Maybe I haven't seen that many battles, but I know what I'm doing. I know my way around these things. All right. So just know when the time comes, I will not choke up. All right. So don't think that. Don't call me a coward.
Is that what your biggest fear is, being called a coward?
I'm not a coward. I'm not.
Well, are you like trying to convince me or convince yourself?
That's
I love
part of the play. Yeah.
Yeah. He's just like, he just nods because I feel like that's easy enough to pick out from this. And I'm just gonna give you a quick smack on the shoulder. All right. We don't got to get all fucking antsy about it. We'll go back to the others. Stop trying to blow up my spot. This is my first ward. You were making me look like a little pussy.
All right.
As I walk back over to Victrex.
You got it, buddy. And so, you would also get the feeling from your nat 20 that Vect has started to gain some respect for you, just based on that conversation and wanting to keep it private.
Nice. We're brothers.
You're happy and we're
You say it, you're going to prison. All right. So, was the plan, did we say we were going to send our dear friend Vec to do some scouting for us? Or were you going to kick the door in and start casting spells to reveal secrets and all that good stuff? While I eat fish. What kind of wizard are you anyway, Big Tracks? I didn't even ask.
Well, I'm not in the best shape after those parrots. So, I vote we just sit right here next to this wall and have this nice fish meal and, quick breather.
Right, right. It's because you're so old, right? For the joints and all that.
This again.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I just meant that. God, you're just so old, man. All right. All right. So the plan, Prez, Vex, and whatever non-ghost thing that is over there cutting that fish. We're gonna take a breather. I'm probably gonna do some scouting around the house just to make sure. You know, it might not just be squatters or something around. Vec, maybe you can keep your eyes out too. If anything
I can
happens,
certainly do that.
you all know you can call me. I tap my temple again, looking at Prescott and Victrax. So I'm assuming that you're saying like you want a short rest kind of thing to regain
Yes.
some. All right, but since I didn't get attacked, I'm going to just kind of like scout the perimeter kind of vibe.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Victrax. See. Keep an eye out real quick. I'm gonna get some more wood for that fire to cook the fish.
Absolutely fucking not, because we don't know if there are any other badgers around, and you are prime meat for them. Apparently, can you
Well,
just
would
let
you
us
like to
get?
collect it?
Yes, I will do that. That's a part of my job as a warder. I carry your spell components, chop wood, whatever it is you need.
All
Not,
right.
Above table. Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, I was just gonna say non-sexual. He said whatever it is you need.
Sexually.
He just knows how wizards get down sometimes. He's just like, hey, whatever it is you need, not sexual.
What were we gonna ask JP?
No, I was going to say above table, Vect has a pretty high stealth. So if you did want to send him out,
What does Vect want to do?
well, now he's in a huge effort to try and prove himself, especially now that Drawley is kind of aware.
Yes, he
So-
sees Drawley offering to go scout around the house.
Are you gonna stop me?
No, he's either going to join you or say, can he go in place of you and report back, kind of thing.
Sure. I gotta get some wood for the wizard anyway.
I'll be back in a
What?
minute.
You
My dinner
better.
has arrived.
You got an hour.
I guess I'll stay and watch the fish.
Prez, can you even cook? I'm gonna go try to collect some wood. Or like going to the same tree? I'm assuming there's more than just that tree.
Oh, I could cook. I can cook pretty good, actually. I learned a little bit from them goblins while I was cooking for them.
Gross. There better not be no bugs in it.
There was plenty of scattered wood at the base of the tree that where the den of the weasels were.
All right, I got my sword out. I'm ready for foolishness.
It
It's
does not
fine.
appear that the giant weasel wants to come out and square off with anything that just killed 3 of its family.
Now, see, me being a paladin, I understand how revenge works, so I'll stay on standby either way. Like I'm looking at that hole, just like if you're feeling froggy, we can do this.
Yeah, because there's an hour
While
of
also getting
downtime here for Victrax. So you collect wood, and then if you guys want to begin to kind of scout it out, you guys want to
Yeah, Vect is definitely in. Vect is interested in scouting, and he wants to do a stealth check while he does so.
Yeah, go ahead and do stealth for me, Vect.
Dirty 20.
Dirty.
So dirty.
All right, I'm just gonna take you for a little walk here.
Come
And I'll mark it because I know sometimes it's hard to see on the map with the walls real quick. There is an obvious door. Final draw. Here.
Okay.
Scout around. See an old fountain. See a door here. Roll a perception check for me while you scout.
14.
14. Excellent. Quietly moving. You do note a well here and another door here. You do notice there are a lot of windows, but they're all boarded up at this point. So there's nothing else. Seems like there doesn't appear to be any crawl holes or anything like that. A friendly reminder is a 2-story building, so there is a second floor, but there's no balconies or anything of that sort above. But I believe you circumnavigate, and that's all you kind of need to pick up on, or can pick up on.
So there's 3 doors. Here. Come on, do the thing. I guess maybe you can't because it's in the shadow. Over here. And then one, basically where those little stoops are.
Yep, pretty much.
Steps. Okay. And then there's a well. And then all the windows are boarded up.
And
I have returned.
You also, I would say this with a 14, that's at night, right? So you're also probably looking for lamplight, firelight, any sort of natural lighting inside there, or artificial lighting, and you didn't see anything from the little limited view you could see.
Okay.
And Drawley, you would have also been safe to like walk around and scout too after you scavenge firewood, but I don't think there's anything else to glean off any rolls or anything like that. So you both just
I wouldn't have gone.
Info.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone as far as Vic did anyway, because he went around the whole house. I still got to keep an eye on the Vic tracks. But
okay, so you're just kind of watching the front probably, and your sides there, looking for signs of life or anything or any threats.
Right, and to see if Vec's come running around the corner like Captain Jack Sparrow on the beach.
Yeah, so it's an hour right for Vic tracks, and Vec, you moving very slowly, taking your time. I'd say a good solid 30 minutes passes before Vec you return back.
Oh, look, you didn't die.
At that point, there's a little fire going and fish, trout cooking.
Saved you some stew.
Sir, I'd like to report back with my observations of my reconnaissance mission.
Oh. All right, then.
So, there are approximately 3 entrances. The windows are boarded up. There is not any noticeable light protruding from any of the windows from the building, and there is a well on the back side of the building.
Mm.
And he draws a little thing in the sand. The entrances are located here, here, and here.
Damn, I was really hoping it was just some squatters in there. All right. Probably the best approach, if there's nobody there, I'll just use the front door. What say you all?
That works for me.
Chris?
Front door's always good. Should probably knock first.
No, we ain't knocking. Ain't nobody there. That's what he just said. Well, probably nothing alive anyway.
Actually,
Alright,
you said it's nighttime. Is it like late enough that it's reasonably expected that everybody would be asleep, or that we would expect some people to be awake?
Interesting.
It's if I remember correctly, it took you guys hours to leave, and the sun was setting on your way when you disembarked from Saltmarsh. And it took like an hour or two for you to get here, so I'd say it's like 11, 12 o'clock. It's getting very close to midnight.
Well, it is close to midnight. There's a solid chance that if anyone's in there, they're asleep.
Well, what are you thinking, man? Should we knock like Prez says?
Sorry, you cut out. Are you asking my character?
Oh, he's looking. Jolly's looking to the group, and he's just like, "So,
Oh.
you think we should knock the way Prez says?"
Only polite.
We ain't trying to be polite. We're trying to ransack this place for the Baron or whatever.
Well, the Baron did say that several soldiers were sent here and never came back, so I say that it's safer to operate as if whoever is in there is gonna kill us.
Then no knocking. Hey, Vec, you
It's
think
always
you could?
better. I think it's always wise to take the stealth approach in that way. If there's no one, there's no harm. But if there's someone, you at least have the ability to observe and assess prior to engaging. If we determine they are hostile, then we at least have the element of surprise.
Right.
So we all
Yeah.
storm into the building.
So we all decide to jump through the window. Prescott, you're gonna toss me through the window. I
I
can
wanted
take.
to
I can
wanted to
take.
ask if there was like a hobo mark somewhere around.
You know, look for the signs. Just jugs of pee everywhere.
Piss jugs.
No, like a little mark that they carve into like mailboxes and stuff like that. Like a little hobo mark.
Were you asking? Sorry, I just got back. Were you asking me a question about hobo markings?
I was just gonna see if I could check like around somewhere around the walls or the outskirts if there's a hobo mark somewhere.
Roll an investigation or survival check.
11.
11. Unfortunately, you don't find anything of note. Good question, though.
And would my character have not noticed that because he wasn't looking for that necessarily with the role I had?
Yeah, if you, and again, we're learning new characters. If you think that
Mhm.
navigating vet would also, funny enough, it's probably the same stuff. Like, the hobo markings are also can be interpreted for thieves' cant, right? If you want to look for signs from anything like that around, you could roll an investigation or survival check.
I'll roll an investigation just to see if I would have noticed. 19, 22. That was a good year. Yeah, so 22.
22. When you came back around, sorry, I had to grab a snack. This wall here, you do find some markings on there. They recognize from thieves' cant, coded markings. And essentially it says danger and death. Like, go in here means danger and death.
What are you looking at? I guess I would have been saying that to Prescott as he's like searching the walls, being weird, like looking for the hobo markings.
Well, sometimes when we're traveling around, we leave little marks for other travelers who are coming by to just let them know about the place.
Well,
I'm gonna look in the exact spot you were looking at to find nothing. I'm just like, what? Like where?
Yep, good.
I did see this note over here on the wall. It talks about danger, and death.
Danger and death. All they left was the same warning that every single person in this town has tried to tell us since we got here.
I think it would have made more sense to put that on the tree.
Yeah.
Weasels.
Well, all right, so we got the warning, danger and death. And according to Victrax, people like to sleep, so that makes sense. You said you think the stealthier approach is the best approach. Even though we were out here fighting pretty loud, we were under attack by giant weasels and all.
To set a fire in his front porch.
Right.
Yeah,
The
stealth
smell
is
of cooked
important,
fish.
but we've been
The smell
brightly
of
lit.
fish.
We've been brightly lit out in his front yard, just camping for an hour.
Yeah. All right then.
Like Loki, you have had a campfire going in the middle of the night, and
Yeah,
after an
it's a
hour
wrap.
passes up Victrax, short rests, goes out without a hitch, and nothing makes its presence known.
All right then. If they were gonna greet us violently, they would have did it when we were at our most vulnerable. That's when I was getting into that stew. So, which door are we thinking? Front, side, or back?
Well, I mean, if our presence might already be known, I suppose there's no point in trying to conceal ourselves any further. Because if anyone's in there, they would be watching us and watching which door we walk into.
All right.
Unless we try and hide and sneak.
Well, you seem to be pretty shifty. Once we get in there, perhaps you make yourself as inconspicuous as possible in case they do have eyes on us. It's kind of hard for me to hide with this giant helmet on. And Prescott's rambling. And, well, Victrax just being a sight because how can one so old move as fast as he does, So, front door.
You'd best be careful from here on.
I apologize. He's so testy. All right, front door. Come on, guys. As I start walking, you hear the jingle of like 20 different superstitious tokens and shit on my belt loop. So you know that me moving stealthily would probably be ridiculous because I make so much fucking noise with
Do you
every
have
step.
the kind of armor that gives you disadvantage out of curiosity?
I do. That's how I'm role playing.
I love that flavor, though. I was just curious if you had the mechanical.
Yeah.
I love the idea of Victrax trying to stay stealthy while his staff is giving off 40 feet of light.
True.
That's what Gandalf trying to be inconspicuous.
And your unseen servant will go away after the hour, unless you wanted to ritually do it again or anything.
Nope.
All right.
Okay.
I will. I would like to enjoy the fish that he had cooked as part of this short rest.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm okay making your unseen servant a expert cook, or you can roll like a intelligence or wisdom check on it to represent how good the fish was.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take it as a good cook because that's one of its many uses that Victrax has spent years trying to lock down.
Love it. And that would be pretty impressive for everyone. I don't know how many times you've all been cooked a delicious, fresh caught trout by magic, but it was really good. Maybe there's some little weasel meat on the side. I don't know.
So now I'm role playing it differently. I'm walking up to the door with a small bowl of that soup because I don't get that kind of shit very often.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna raise the helmet so I can sip it. Good old rabbit hair. Alright.
Yeah, and this wooden door here is barely on its hinges, and it's just swollen with moisture and mildew.
Okay. All right, so is like the inside exposed from here?
You'd have to
Or
get
is
up very close and try and find a crack in a window or something like that.
all right? I am going to do so. A crack in the door. I mean,
Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check. You have dark vision, right?
I do.
Yeah, this is one of those, like, this is at disadvantage, and the DC is really high because there's no light source inside.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you inspiration, not necessarily for this roll, just for anything in the next few minutes.
How does Prescott do his bardic inspiration?
Well, I like to think it's more like bardic motivation. He's just gonna tell you that you're doing a great job, and you are bound to do great things.
Look over my shoulder at you. What the hell are you talking about?
I'm proud of you.
Well, that's the weird thing about it, though, is that he's giving you bardic inspiration, right? So you're feeling this little extra layer of motivation, despite. Maybe it's because Prescott comes off as such an innocent soul, and you know that whole like when a good person like looks at you and it's just like, man, I think you're an amazing person. It's just like, man, thank you. It means a lot coming from you. I don't know. I'm not projecting that you need to think that way, Drawley, but it is always interesting when the silly character motivates your character in the end.
Like, so I like look
Twist it
over
however you
my
want.
shoulder. So I look over my shoulder at you, Prescott. I still got the mask on, so you can't see my face. So I look to try to be like, "What the hell are you talking about?" But I see that you like look serious, like I believe in you. And he's like, "Shit." Look, all right. Thanks, Prez.
Even with even if you rolled a higher on a 14 disadvantage, a 14 not going to get anything of value through the keyhole.
All right then. I'm just going to use my shoulder and push this door off the hinges. I'm guessing. I'm going to try to hold it so it doesn't just fall over, and make it crash. But
yeah, not as go ahead and roll an athletics check, but that will represent you just using your strength and trying to finesse it, not necessarily trying to break the door down. This will represent you trying to
Jesus.
keep it. 13 still enough. It's not an extremely difficult task.
Oh, I thought that was a 1. I was about to be like, what
that happens to everyone.
Oh my God. I'm really strong. It shouldn't happen like. All right.
And the door is open, and you set it to the side as you just kind of break it off its hinges.
All right.
The front door opens onto a wait, right. The front door opens up onto a musty, dirty entrance hall. To your left, a corridor leads into the west wing of the house. The walls are bare and bits of smashed furniture lie upon the floor. Ahead of you, another corridor leads towards the rear of the house. A staircase on the eastern wall climbs to the next story, reaching in at a balcony that overlooks the entrance hall along its north and west sides. The stairs appear to be safe to climb, though the balcony rail is broken in several places. Under the stairs at the north end of the hall, a third corridor leads east.
All right. Seems to be quiet for now. I'm going to walk in attempting to be stealthy.
All right, get stealth check.
Like clink, clink, clink everywhere. Let's see, stealth. Yeah.
All right, as you're walking in,
Does it automatically do their disadvantage? I mean, I don't know how that works.
Did it. No, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. It's very
all right. So I roll again.
Is this a group check?
This was just Drawley moving in first. It shows 2 rolls, unless that was an old roll. I see an 18 and a 2 from Drawley. Oh, that's Victrax. That's why. I apologize.
Yes.
Go ahead and re-roll your 18. All right, yeah, roll again, Drawley. There's a way you can right-click on the D&D Beyond thing and choose advantage or disadvantage, but it's whatever you want to do. You can just click it twice or not. 13? Not too bad.
I see it. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so that's Drawley moving in. Victrax, if you're immediately going behind you.
Yeah, that's what I was rolling for. I forgot my mic was muted, though.
No worries. Drawley, you're moving in nice and careful, but then you hear the very traditional floorboard creak and this very, again, rotten house. And you just, and like, maybe creaking is not even the right word because so much moisture. Just one of them just kind of breaks a little bit. and shatters, and a foot goes through the floorboard a little bit, Victrax.
And of course, with that low, I accidentally thud my my staff into the doorway as I'm walking through.
Love it.
What?
Like I'm not used to trying to sneak into places, and I'm just holding it too wide, and then thunk. Oh, apologies.
I'm gonna come over and help you get out of the hole. What are you doing?
Well, I'm sorry that I don't tend to sneak into places. I'm usually invited.
I think this is gonna be a different kind of place. I say, looking around, waiting for everyone else to come in. Take another step back. I would like to expend the use of my divine senses.
Because
I wanna
Fey, undead, fiend.
undead. Well, I mean, it says know the location of any celestial fiends or undead within 60 feet. That's not behind total cover. So I think it covers all of them.
You do your divine sense, and nothing seems to give you any pings back.
So what it looks like to y'all is just, you see my helmet go back as I take like a deep, like nasal breath, just like sniffing the air.
At first, and at the very last minute, as your senses stretch out, you get a slight ping of undead. I'm going to give you a little bit of meta here. I like to interpret divine sense without the total cover because it's more fun that way. Because total cover, it's like it could be on the other side of the wall and you couldn't sense it technically, right?
Right.
So I like to be a little bit more interpretive of that. So I'm not saying there isn't something right in the room next to you, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's in the room with you, just so you know. I like to let that walk a little bit more than how it's written.
All right, you're gonna see. All right, you're gonna Prez and Victrax. You're gonna hear in your mind. There's something undead, real close to us right now. And I'm gonna wait until Vect is on his way in, and I'm like have a hand up to him to move careful. Like I'm not saying anything though.
Yeah.
I'd like to do 2 checks before I enter in. One, the first is
Oh, what's going on with your Discord?
yeah, sorry. So I did a stealth check,
Mm-hmm.
which was
Mhm.
terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd also like to do just sort of and I don't know if this should be perception or investigation, but to see if the result of our presence outside and then entering in, does it stir up anything outside behind me and from what I can see inside in the room? Like, do I notice any...
That'll be a perception check as you're scanning
Perception,
behind you,
okay.
listening inside.
Yeah. Oh my god, 2 1s in a row. This is bullshit.
Wow. I mean, at least it's on stuff maybe that's not going to kill you. Maybe.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you don't hear anything. And I do like to imagine you're backing in and you accidentally step where Victrax accidentally stepped through the floor and you like stumble a little bit.
Right,
Make your
yeah.
own little loud little ka-toosh. Drawley, what does it look like when you do divine sense? Do your eyes change colors? Does it do anything wild? Or
All
you
right,
hold
so
up one of
his-
your little trinkets? What we got?
Well, when he does it, like, so all he would have seen, because I had the helmet on, I like my head goes back as if like if you could see into my helmet, my eyes would be rolled in the back of my head as I take a deep breath, and like the visions of what may have happened in this, kind of like psychometry a little bit, but it's like strong odors enter his mind, and then he gets a direction and he looks in that direction, kind of thing. So it's like you wouldn't really know from inside of the helmet what's actually going on, but if he didn't have his helmet on, you would see him look like he got possessed for a minute.
Love it.
And so He turns. So what? Do I get a direction from that? Let me read this sheet. Find sense. Know the location.
Yeah,
What
with
location?
me walking it, so it's like this. It seems to be behind total cover, so you sense something, but not the direction. But something did blip on your radar.
All right. So at least that does confirm what Drelly was suspecting anyway. So, well, actually, no, it confirms that people weren't just making up stories. It's not just folklore. There's actually a presence here. So he's on. So, in your mind, Victrax, he'd be saying, we got to get to wherever the alchemist did all of his horrible deeds so we can get the hell out of here. There's definitely a presence here that does not want us here. And I don't know the location, which is really making my ass itch.
All right. As for now, Victrax is just gonna hold a firebolt to go off whenever he sees what looks like an undead coming through.
Okay, so every 6 seconds you're essentially going. And also note.
So yeah, it's got a verbal component, so no.
But also keep in mind, Victrax, it sounds like you walked in with your light on, so there's light filling the room.
Oh yeah, I would quite like to be able to see.
Yeah, exactly. Just for your own frame of reference of how stealthy you're all going, there is a bright light source in the room with you at the moment.
I did forget to recast light, but I would like to have recast light, because, hour duration.
100%.
Okay. So I'm going to draw my longsword, and I'm pretty much in like a warding protector role next to you. So everywhere you move, I'm going to be moving. You don't get like with further than 5 feet away from me.
Well, Victrax is readying actions and getting it. So like correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like the both of you are waiting for someone else to take the lead and do cover fire, right? So the two of you are like back to back in this room now, like scanning, but then no one's moving forward unless Prescott or Vect want to take the lead here.
I'll look over my shoulder at you, Victor. What are you doing?
You see a little bit of flame like forming periodically on his staff. It sounds like Victrax. Sounds like staff will be your spellcasting focus.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to do the job for your Baron. I don't know what alchemy shit looks like. You do. You're a wizard.
Yes, and the last time I went first, I got a face full of ferret for 3 of them, and almost dragged into a tree.
Alright, I'll follow your direction. But we'll essentially be moving. I'll be moving like, sorry, my mouse is fucking dead, so I have to use it. So I'll be moving. I'll be 5 feet ahead of you, but I'm going wherever direction you're going. So I'm trying to give you room to do your wizard investigation of things, because our task here is to get whatever we can find about this alchemist research and gain knowledge about the place. Drawley is not the sharpest crayon in the crayon box, but he will keep you alive. So he's just like, fine. So he takes lead, but he's still waiting for you to walk in a direction. Red, get up here.
If we want, we could also pause and see when JP gets back to see if he wants to do any scouting with his rogue. I don't know if he wants to or not, but
oh yeah.
His Discord restarts taking longer. Maybe he's restarting his computer. Though I low-key love a new venturing party going into the scary haunted house. It's like, you go first. No, you go first. No, you go first. Who's going first?
I mean, Drawley's down to fucking charge into shit, but that's not the mission. Yo, this was like There's enemies in there. We need to clear it out. I'd be the first person to be like, hey, y'all keep up.
A couple more seconds, and let's continue. Prescott, do you want to add anything to the scene? You're not talking, Justin, are you?
I was muted.
Ah.
If you'd like me to go ahead, I could do that. I can scout on ahead. I could be stealthy. I could be stealthy.
Yeah, but if something happens to you, no offense, you don't look like you're good with weapons. You're dealing with ghosts. If something happens, I don't want you to be too far.
Well, I got my loot with me, and sometimes stuff comes up to me, and I tell them to back off, and they do.
That does not sound like any training I've ever had with dealing with the undead. But I'll trust you. If you need me, call me. As I move again and all my trinkets just like clang into each other, just realizing that like it's just
You'll
stealthing
probably
past them.
hear me. I got a real high-pitched scream.
That is just menacing.
All right. I think you all can see little icons for doors, so I don't necessarily have to call them out for you. But yeah, there's a couple doors. It looks like 3 up that north hallway and 2 down that east hallway.
All right. I think we might want. Oh, hi.
Baby, he's back.
Oh,
JP is back.
You go in a certain way, Prescott?
I guess I'll go down this hallway.
Jolly, let's stick at least in that hallway with him.
Right. And I follow as ordered.
I'm gonna check around the door just to see if there's anything special around it.
I know you're not, but there was like a Family Guy reference once. What is the guy? Oh, they have a really great bit about the guy who did like the Toy Story songs. He describes like just what people are doing. I like to imagine that's what Prescott does. Like, I'm going up
Open
to
the
the
door,
door and gonna check
turns
it
up.
for traps.
Don't tell him.
No need to roll for any investigation for. He doesn't seem to be trapped.
Good, because it's a +0.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open it up.
And it does it is tough on the hinges, but it does open up. And there is a bit of creaking from the sound. It's pretty rough. Sorry, I accidentally clicked off my page. Hold music. Hold music. All right. Two stuffed armchairs stand near the fireplace of this room. The covers of both have been torn and the stuffing has been pulled out, but the wooden frames are intact. A broken table lies on the floor near the north wall.
Furniture.
All right, so you said it's old and it's a lot of people haven't been here, right? Everybody's afraid of this place.
That's what we've been told. Yeah.
All right, when I look on the ground and around me, do I see any footprints or anything?
Roll a survival check. Or an investigation. I'll allow both. The survival is the one time survival can really shine. But 16. You don't see any suggestions of any tracks other than ones that you placed immediately around you in that hallway. But now that you start sniffing for them, you do see the suggestions of tracks in. As you look back, I'll just kind of mark it on the map. There does seem to be a set of tracks somewhere out in the middle it doesn't seem to match any of your friends' footprints back behind you.
All right. I look past you, Victrax, to you, Vec, and then I put 2 fingers to my eyes and point towards the ground to make him aware of where the tracks are.
And acknowledgement. Eyes kind of widen.
I will point out, I think Drawley was talking to or communicating to Victrax, but Vect.
No, I was talking to Vect.
You were Vect. I misheard then.
Yeah, I looked past Victrax because he's right behind me, so I had to look around him and then do the eye thing.
Vect, if you'd like to roll a survival check yourself as he points out the footprints.
Oh, now a natural 20. What does that tell me, Nate?
It tells you nothing. Footprints, humanoid shaped. Going from that direction. But also...
Going from the hall to the stairs or to the stairs to the hall?
From both. But you see
going both directions. Okay.
a second set going up the stairs, but not returning.
Okay. So, when he sees it, so he's doing a lot of things by the book and by training when he's faced with something, but then he'll show his sort of amateur self or naivete by not always reacting in a way that someone would if they had been doing this a long time. It's like, oh my god, and he keeps stopping, and then he's like just waving his hands, and he's doing these little motions like fingers walking up and walking down, and he's trying to show that, like doing charades, like 2 sets, so he holds up 2, walking one way, and he holds up 1, walking 2 ways, holds up 2, walking 1 way.
Could I just do an intelligence roll just for the fuck of it?
Sure.
His interpretation to see if it makes sense to me.
Oh yeah, it's totally scrambled. It's totally all over the place.
I love the idea of like you just see a blank stare.
Yeah.
You just see a blank stare from behind the mask. I look to you, Victrax. What the fuck is he saying?
Are you saying that in telepathically?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have no idea. Okay. And he just leans in harder. 2. And then he like points at his foot. And then he says 1, and he holds both fingers walking both ways. 1 hand going one way, 1 hand going the other way. And then he goes 2, walks up, points up the stairs, and then he kind of goes across his neck saying no, does not, and then has it coming back down.
Victrax, would you let me through your square? Would you? Like, I'm not gonna push you out of the way, but like just to move through your square. I just like come walking out. I stand next to you for a minute, just slowly shaking my head like I would punch you in the face if it was a different situation. And then I go over here and I take a knee at the footprints, and I'm trying to ascertain how old they are.
Funny enough, with Vex natural 20, less than 24 hours old. You can roll your own check if you want to get a better feel for it, but Vex already does know.
No, that's what I needed to know.
Mm-hmm.
He just so I take a knee looking at him, and I look back to you, Vex. Good work, kid. It looks like if there is someone here alive, they're up there. Come on, Prescott, we're going up. Everybody stay close. Clink, 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 clink. As I start making my way up the stairs. I'm going to attempt to move stealthily.
Me too.
I will also do that.
Oh,
Stealth, 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 stealth. 19. Heyo. Oh,
oh, cool.
As I begin to clink more and more going up the stairs. So loud. Never dawns on him to ever take them off because they're good luck. Okay. Hello?
Yep.
Hello.
Sorry, I was
Oh,
muted.
I was
Yep,
really
you get it.
quiet.
Howdy.
You see hallways going west and east, lots of doors, and the footprints. 2 sets do go this direction. I won't keep marking all of them, but that's since you have a not 20 trail, it's easy to follow.
Okay. I'll get to here and put my ear to the door, or my helmet to the door. Do I hear anything?
Roll a perception check. You do hear something, but it doesn't appear to be coming from that door. You hear coming down from the hallway, it seems like. Very faintly at first, and then it's gone.
Like wounded mumbling kind of thing?
Hard to tell.
I'm going to hasten my step as I move forward, looking
But
back.
vocal, right? Like something making sound alive.
All right. I'm waiting for everybody to stack on the door, so I'm looking behind me. I got my sword waist high.
Funny enough, as soon as you get down there, something catches your eye in the ground, and there's a key just laying on the ground. A little simple little iron key.
Don't know why, Nate, but I want to look up. I'm gonna look up.
Roll a perception check.
Ooh.
Doesn't
Mean
seem to
sick.
be, and to be fair, the ceiling is about 10 feet high in the hallway, but you don't
Mhm.
really see anything up in the rafters. But
All
you
right.
do then hear again the coming
All
from
right. I'm gonna look back to you, Press, and gesture towards the key. So you're aware of it. And actually, no. I'm assuming you need the key to open this. So I pick the key up and look to the door. Does it have a lock, like a lock mechanism?
It does.
All right. Looking back, Vec, is Vec coming up? Oh, that's it. He just stayed down there.
Yeah.
He left.
no, I had lost. Yeah, I'm up.
All right. Do like a countdown to 3, and then I put the key in.
You put the key in, and nothing bad happens. But it is odd. This house has been decrepit. Everything's creaking. This is a freshly oiled key lock, and the key goes in easy, and it turns without a sound.
Yeah, that's fucked. Is it something I would make a note of? Like, that's what you're telling me?
Your
Or I'd be like,
character would know. Yeah, like
okay.
it was easy. Like it was so obvious. You might even smell the fresh oil, or recent oil, I should say.
All right. I am going to attempt to open the door slowly. So if there was somebody in there and their back was to me, I'm attempting to do
Yeah,
it
roll a
quietly.
stealth check.
Well, I'm not good at that, Nate.
Got inspiration still.
Actually,
I do.
you know what? Neither. Oh.
You know what? And I'll
Oh.
do it. I'll hold the inspiration. I think I need it. I think I'm going to need it at some point. I'm going to save it.
Ease the door open, and the hinges seem to be oiled also. Yeah, don't forget, your divination wizard could give you a roll. Does that make sense? That's what.
Yeah, I do
they
have
try
a
to do.
stored 14.
And you open it.
Granted, I probably won't give it to you because I don't think I've seen you roll less than a 10, except for like
Right?
twice.
You peek into the room, slowly edging it open. In the southeast corner of this decayed bedroom lies a man. He is alive, though bound and gagged. He is clad only in undergarments and appears to have no weapons or equipment.
All right. So in your minds, Prescott and Victrax, you hear, we got a live one. As I walk into the room, sword still at the ready.
All right, freeze right there.
Okay.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, no.
And I'll explain what happens after the roll.
All right. Dex save.
16 is enough. As you step over the floor, the moisture and decay has made the floorboards there very, very soft, and your foot goes straight through it, and that whole section begins to collapse and fall through to the room below. But you're able to step aside
No.
and catch
So
yourself.
I feel like I crashed through the floor, but I like catch the side of the floor and start pulling myself back up. So when you guys do come in the room, I'm like pulling myself back onto the floor, rolling onto my back.
And this like human man who's bound in his underwear kind of rolls over, and he like sees you after all the commotion. He's like, and he's gagged. He's noticing you, and he's like kind of wide-eyed. He's like kicking a little bit.
You just wait a fucking minute. Y'all get in here. Quit being so damn scared. As I stand up, like scared that I'm up to the floor. I'm gonna then try to tiptoe around the wall, or tiptoe around the. I'm like trying to be sure-footed now, so I like tap my foot down, step forward, so it takes a little bit more time as I get over to him.
Yeah, the decay is pretty obvious, so you guys can see the shadedness in the map, so it's pretty easy to navigate around it.
I trust nothing now, Nate.
That's just one thing.
Would my character be able to kind of use action to hide out, like basically stand guard to kind of keep an eye on the hallway?
So you're asking what actions you can do to stand guard?
Yes, but I was wondering if I could hide, or if I guess I'd have to just do a stealth check.
The way I would frame it. So the biggest thing is line of sight, right? So I would come into the room, roll your stealth check here, take the hide action, and then you're listening down the hall, right? Then we'll be doing perception checks, passive perceptions, and if you hear something, then you can roll out with your stealth roll and trying to utilize it. That makes sense?
Okay, so go ahead and do a stealth roll now.
Yeah, go and do your hide check as you stand there and you wait to hear anything coming down the hall.
24.
You feel pretty sneaky.
Baby.
You hear something coming down the hallway immediately. Shuffling.
It's
something
Victrax.
clanking. Oh, it's Victrax. And you don't expect him to be right there in your face, Victrax. He comes by. Right in the corner.
Oh. Oh.
Get in. Get in.
Pardon me, Vect.
He's like squeezed through him and around because there's a big giant gaping hole in the ground now. Oh, you guys.
Not my fault. Right, calm down. Stop kicking. I'm going to put my fingers to my mouth, the mouth of my mask, to pretty much tell him to shut the fuck up if I take this gag off.
He's kind of freaking out a little bit with the rabbit mask leaning down on him,
Oh, yeah.
looming over him.
Calm down. I take the helmet off. See? Now shut up. I put the mask back on, and then I take the gag off.
Hey, I don't have anything about you. You can see that. Please don't hurt me, Robert, man. I don't know you all.
Hey, calm down. How did you get here?
Naked. I woke up here. I'm knocked out. Someone knocked me out. Oh, my head fucking hurts. And you see him kind of like rolling his head a little bit. You do see on the back of his head dried blood.
I am going to put my hand on the back of his head like I'm trying to inspect it.
Ow! Ow! There's like a welt there, nasty. You guys are experienced with physical violence enough to know that this man was hit in the back of the head pretty hard at some point.
I am going to give him 1 HP of lay on hands to ease his suffering because I feel like that's what.
Oh, thank you.
Calm down.
Not expecting that. It feels much better. All
right.
Out of here. It's dangerous. I don't know what hit me. I came in here looking for shelter. Next thing you know, I was out. And then you just came up after I woke up in here. It's not safe here. We've got to go.
Yeah. You have solid advice, friend, but the only person that's going to be leaving here anytime soon is going to be you.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to walk you out of here.
Okay. Excellent. Where do we get my things?
All right, so looking at him, is there anything that stands out of note? Does he have like some giant cult tattoo on his back or something? Or like things that of note about him? Or is he just a hope?
Roll an investigation check.
God, I ain't good at those.
Or perception.
Or anyone next to me? Are you
like he
oh,
has,
no,
he does have
fair.
some tattoos on him, so this would be more of a history check.
All right. Any of my fine allies, are y'all standing in the doorway looking at me like I'm crazy, or are y'all over here too looking that you can provide me assistance?
So what's your history modifier?
-1.
If you would like, I can take a look at it instead.
I would like that very much. As I'm trying to help him gather his things.
Pardon me, Prescott.
If you're trying to gather his things, there's nothing in the room in here. There's like no personal belongings. He's just literally. Yeah, he asked you to help him get his things, but he does. There's not appear to be anything in this room.
I'm assuming that could be the lump on the head type thing. So he probably doesn't know whether he's just like helping him with his like dazed thing. Like, yeah, I got your things. It's like looking around. There's nothing in there.
You're going to give me a history check there, Victrex.
Pardon me, Prescott. History. 18.
Nice.
18. You do see tattoos on his body, and very cliche, a lot of them seem to be symbolized of sailor tattoos. Like, is it Sailor Jerry, I think is the term for a particular style of
yes,
tattoo?
sir. Got a whole bunch of them.
Hmm. So he's got a fair bit of those up and down his arms. You see, and some of them represent different port of calls. You see them representing different port of calls around the Sea of Falling Stars, like Suzail being one of them, and whatever the other major city is. But Sea of is a major. It's like the Mediterranean, so there's a lot of different ports of calling marked on it. Yeah, he does seem to have scars too. It does appear like he's seen fighting in the past. He is, just so you know, he's still, you've taken the gag off, but in my mind, he still has his hands and feet bound together.
That works for now.
That's fine. I'm just painting to make sure everyone has the same mental image.
Oh, right.
Oh, bunch of you all need to get out of here. It's very dangerous. Monsters too, I've heard them. You can hear them calling.
Right. I sensed it when I came in too. I'm going to attempt to pick him up and put him on my shoulder.
Oh, thank you. Excellent.
Wait,
Oh,
what monster tied you up and left you here? That seems more of a bandit thing.
I turn my body so his head will be at your face, Victrex.
Oh, dear.
Well, that's a very good question, my friends. I heard the monsters, but we never got the surprise on me. Left me here bound. You're right, though. That is a bit peculiar.
That tells us that whatever creature this is probably intelligent of some kind.
It should never
Or
come here. Oh,
Maybe some type of necromancer.
Please.
I've only read some books. Ella, I say that like as I start walking, like we're about to go towards the exit, so we can start filing out.
Excuse me.
But he is going to start adding anecdote. We did a little bit of training when it came as far as working with necromancers. They're an interesting lot. And they tend to deal with the dead and raising the dead, curses and all that. I'm glad my first ward wasn't a necromancer. I ain't hanging around no graveyards waiting for people to die so I can use their bones for things. Yeah. And you could skip a few meals too.
I was here looking for food.
Yeah.
Would you all keep an eye open for my things?
Now, what kind of things are you talking about?
My clothing and my pack. Let
always-
me and just my undergarments.
Now, all right. So context clues, being that I've worked or at least trained to work with mages. Do I know anything about sacrificial rituals or anything like that that would make sense for this?
So you're thinking, still kind of like sniffing around cultist kind of style stuff? Like, was this guy
Yeah, that's
like
he's
meant for
going.
a sacrifice?
He's not that experienced in the field as far as being a warrior, but like baseline training.
Yeah, it could be an arcana, religion, or history check.
Okay. Arcana, religion, arcana. And I'll use my inspiration to add to that. Because I feel... Or how do you do it? Is it more like... So you say it's not enough, and then I say I use my inspiration? Do I say I use my...
I think it actually depends on... It's been a while. Everyone's a little different. So let me look at what that actually... What Bardic Inspiration says. I think it's before you know. For Bardic. Yeah, this can be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome.
All right, Prescott, your Bardic Inspiration dice is a 1d6? Question mark?
Yeah, just a 1d6 now.
I'll take it. Because I need it. Let's see. It's shit fire.
13. It's like it's not too hard to kind of think that like perhaps this was a ritual or a potential ritual victim, right? It's like maybe. Um, whether or not anything so far in here points it into like confirming that, unfortunately not.
Okay. All right. I'm going to take him to the in. On. Am I on the right? I'm in the right spot, right? To
Yeah,
get
you
to the
are.
entrance. Okay. Cool. All right. Take him to the entrance.
You
Yeah.
take
Ooh, what ship were you sailing on?
or ship sailing? Oh, I haven't sailed in years. Ever since the war. I retired and been wandering. Are you a sailor? You don't look like much of a sailor. Unless you're a wind caller without staff.
Not a sailor, but I have lived in Saltmarsh for quite a few years. I've been helping the people around there, a fair few of them sailors and captains.
Oh. Well, I'm very obliged for you to be helping all of us. Needy. You should be very careful, my friend. During the night, they were speaking to me. They were speaking of what they were going to do. They said they're going to eat my heart and bathe in my blood. And you all should not go in there.
Understood. I'm going to say in your mind, Victrax, any ritual like that sound familiar to you?
May I roll Arcana to know?
Arcana, history, or religion.
Oh, sweet. 3 of my 4 proficient skills.
All intelligence based, if I remember correctly.
13.
13.
And yes.
Very similar.
They
It's
are
like there's a wide range of different cultist activities, dark, diabolical. It's like you guys live in a world, right, where cultist activity and rituals and bloody rituals is real, right? So like you would hear stories and whatnot. And again, it's like it sounds like that could be what it is, but whether or not it's anything unique, specific you're aware of, unfortunately not.
Unfortunately, that's not enough information to
Gosh,
say
it's still right.
for any specifics.
Oh no, it gets worse at night. Oh no, you're not. Are you going to leave me here? At least
Well-
I'm bind my hands and my feet, friends.
Yeah, I'm going to cut your bindings and you can go over there and get some of that leftover fish stew, good old Prezi made, and be on your way. If I was you, I would get far away from this place as possible.
I don't want to go back in there, but my things, please, are very important to me.
Well, if I find some things, I'll bring them to you. I ain't no thief.
You haven't even asked me what they look like yet, or what they are. How can I trust you?
Fair enough. I was probably going to take it, I ain't going to lie.
He kind of holds his hands up like, please, unbound me.
I'm going to do so with I unsheath my longsword a little bit and then just do a sawing motion up against them to cut him free.
Oh, thank you. You've been more than kind, friend. What's your name? What's all of your names?
I'm Drawley.
Trolley. Do you have a name for your group? You all look like an adventuring band.
Name for a group.
That's
I
what
just
you are,
got
aren't you? Adventurers?
Hey, Victrax, do we got a name?
Soggy Bottom Boys.
The Soggy Bottom Boys. Nice name.
That's fucked. But fine. That's what we are.
Why are your bottoms soggy?
We don't have time for all that.
Oh,
That's kind of rude to ask.
It was just the name. It raises questions. I'm sorry.
We all get
fish.
offended. We all get
Speaking
offended.
of, Victrax pulls a tiny piece of fish left over from the meal.
Oh,
Here, it's not much, but it should at least help you, I don't know, stay awake a bit.
okay. All right.
What do your things look like?
What'd you say?
What do your things look like? The stuff you want us to
Oh.
bring back.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
my
what
sword
color
from
are
the
your
war.
clothes?
Some basic clothing, a little bit darker in color, and my sword. And if you were in the war, you'd recognize it. And I had a pack with, a little bit of money in it. Nothing too much of value.
So so if you don't
My
care
boots.
about this stuff,
No, I do care about those things. It is cold out. I need my clothing, and I need my sword. I can't. The wonderful specter comes out and tries to eat my heart out here. And he's kind of like freaking out a little bit and kind of like looking around a little wild-eyed.
oh no, am I gonna have to headbutt this guy? I say that in Prescott and Victrex's head. Do I have to headbutt this guy or something? I think he might be better off if he was sleeping.
No. He will be fine. He just needs one thing. Do.
Where are we gonna find a whore this time of night?
Victrax will walk up to the guy.
Uh,
I would move my token, but the wall. Yes. I will
I
hand
forgot
him.
There's a vision wall there blocking you guys.
I will hand him my small knife.
Oh. What's
One
this?
of my 2 small knives.
Is this a butter knife?
Not quite. It is quite sharp. It was used to cook that fish.
Mm.
It's better than nothing, and until we can return your belongings to you, I'd say you're better off out here hiding behind the wall.
No. I'm coming with you all. He said he was going to steal my things, and I thank you for the knife, sir. But I'm coming along. I just help me get my things, and I'll get out of your hair as quickly as possible. What is
That's
this?
the thing. We're trained, and they don't seem to know we're here yet.
Well, I was
Once
in
they
the war.
notice-
I can hold my own. I just was ambushed in the night by some creature or necromancer, as you said.
Yes, and 3 of us have a mental link that will let us speak to each other, even if that whoever caught you manages to keep us from speaking out loud.
I'll just stay in the back and follow along very quietly.
If you're going with us, it would be safest if you stay in the middle.
Oh, and whatever you feels best, as long as I can come along and get my things. I thank you all very much, but
All right. So the fact that a relatively naked man wants to go back into the one place that he told us that we shouldn't go back into, I'd like to try to insight what's his fucking angle in
Okay.
case like this is like some saw shit and he was the guy laying on the floor. You know what I'm talking about? So just trying to insight.
Want to play a game?
Go and roll insight. Okay. Unfortunately, nothing more. You can read it on the surface as you'd like. He seems to be kind of
All right,
damned
just
if you
Brave
do,
Man
damned
that
if you
wants
don't,
his
kind
stuff
of.
back.
Yeah.
Like Brave
Jolly.
Man wants his stuff back.
Drolly, if I may have a moment with you in a word over here.
All right.
I wouldn't even see that man. He was very clings to the shadows.
Was shaking.
Nate, or would I be able to tell that we're out of earshot of him from here?
Realistically, yeah.
Okay.
Unless he has superhuman hearing because he's not a human. Oh, sorry, what?
Maybe. um, it might not be a terrible idea to bring him along because one, if he is not associated with anyone that may be inside this manor, we might be able to utilize him to pull some of the attacks his way.
You talk about using him as bait.
More or less, yes. And if he is associated with someone on the inside, we might be able to gain some insight to his true intentions the more time he spends with us.
You got a devious mind there. But I like it. The only difference between me and you is I think that even though we are using him as bait, I'd still try to protect him. You seem like the kind of messed up individual that would just send a naked man in there just to take some hits. Put my hand on your shoulder.
I'm just not. Look, I'll take the tail end of the group, and I'll bring up the rear. Keep an eye on him, and I'll let you know if he does anything out of the ordinary.
Right. You got some kind of weird code you want to use in case something pops off?
So, he says this kind of slyly because he's kind of in a place where he thinks he knows that Drawley knows, but he's still trying to carry. He's like, my comrades and I on the field used to do this call. Sometimes it was as obvious as a, but other times it was more subtle, like a. Ooh. So one of those.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
I'm sorry, I was joking. Look, maybe a simple. I have this clicker in my pocket, and he just kind of makes almost similar to a snapping noise to a finger. I could click it twice. Some might think it's just a nervous tick I have, but I would only do it if I've noticed something out of the ordinary with this man.
Yeah, Vex, that's the simplest answer. Why would you try to make weird noise? You know what? All right. Yeah, that works.
I thought being a fellow on the field, you would get the joke, but it's, right. The clicks, I should have just gone straight with the direct approach. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
What the fuck is happening right now? Somebody gives you a pat on the shoulder. What the fuck is going on with you today?
Sorry, I'm looking at the Discord chat.
Is the man still naked?
Yes.
Well, I'd like to give him some clothes. I got like 5 layers on. Can't have them walking around like that.
Are they like, not in a derogatory way, but sometimes homeless people will have multiple layers of
They're
clothes
all,
on?
yeah. They're all
Is it-
misshapen. I like to think the pants are like, the pant legs are way too wide, but it's like tied, with a rope, like
He's got
pretty
the
tight
rope.
around his waist. Yeah.
Are they homeless stinky?
Oh, they're all patched up. It's worse than you'd think. Yeah.
Okay, so you like pull him out and you like hand him over to him. He's just like,
Like, this is not Riverside homeless guy. This is like downtown homeless guy.
Famous following homeless guy?
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I can't have you walking around like that.
Yeah, I'll just.
You're gonna look like a bum.
He leans over to Victrax. Am I going to get any sort of STCs or diseases from these? There's been an outbreak in Saltmarsh recently.
Oh, I try to stay as far away from the streetwalkers as I can.
Excellent. Roll a persuasion
Not
check.
that they would go near me anyways.
Oh,
Persuasion.
Yeah.
Got a 9.
Oh no, this one ripped. And you hear crip. And he's like, I can't put these pants on now. They
Oh,
ripped
it does that all the time.
half.
I got some patches.
Oh, goodness, you do. Oh, lovely. Oh. And he's like, you see, he's turning to look if he can throw the shirt somewhere. He's cold and like pale on this like cold, misty night, but he's still like not wanting to put these clothes on. He's just like, oh, great. All right. You know what? I'll put the pants on and the shirt. You're kind and generous.
Like he's like watching him the whole time, and like when he stops to turn around to see if he's still watching him, he's just looking at him like, "Go on."
Yeah. You put one leg in after another. Oh, can we hurry up and go find my clothes, please? The need is even. I'm more scared of these clothes than. Oh.
That's just nasty. I mean, come on, guys.
Oh, yes. I'm gonna put you guys in here. Just tell me if you want to go upstairs or explore downstairs.
Being that our
Or
main
split
mission is to focus on finding where the alchemists did alchemy, I'm assuming. Actually, no, I would ask Victrax, where would an alchemist, if you were an alchemist, where would you keep your little lair?
Did you say that in your mind?
Yes.
Okay.
Would I have seen
I'll
Vex?
make a note to say that every time so it's not confusing.
Would I have seen Vect's drawing of the doors and such?
I'm sorry? Vex Oh, like knowing where the doors on the outside are?
Yeah, because Vect did do the lap around the house or whatever.
He would have
to
told you.
see
He'd be
where the
like, yeah,
doors are.
there's one here, and there's one here, and there's one here. Yeah, you know where they are, approximately.
If I were to guess, as I'm trying to ping on the top half of the map, but
I can see your ping, so I know where you're trying to go. To the north of the map. Yep.
yeah, if I were to guess, ground floor, the north wing. According to Vect, there was a door there, and I would say that's the most likely large room. With the door there, it would be easy to get ingredients in and out. Move everything into or out of the workspace.
All right then. Everyone stay relatively close. Press and Vix, you're behind me. You our naked or once naked friend.
My name
You're
is
behind
Ned.
them, and Vex will be following you. What is it?
Ned. They call me Old Ned.
All right. Nettie it is.
All right. Oh, I was just going to move you all, but it's totally fine.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I don't know where you went.
You left me.
Well, your token was there, then it disappeared when I was grouping everyone.
It's on my screen. Still down there.
Oh,
Actually,
interesting. Oh, yeah, he reappeared. Boop, boop. Excellent. All right, ground floor map. Back up to the north.
Zoom out. Okay, zoom back in. I will take point, and I will begin to move cautiously forward. Sword at the ready.
Right. Where do you want me? Oops, sorry. Excuse me.
Right there.
Pardon me.
Do stealth check, just for the.
All right, everyone do stealth checks.
Sure, you don't want a shirt or a hat or something?
I mean, I thought you gave me a shirt, so I'm wearing one of your ratty shirts and pants.
Rude.
I gave you my good shirt.
That's Nate talking in his voice, but he is wearing them. It's like, if we could just find my clothes, that would be.
Well, the good shirt's still bad.
Are we not going to explore upstairs with my belongings in case they stashed them there? You all. I'm following you. I'm sorry.
Hey, new guy. Shut the fuck up. We're trying to be quiet. As I move and you hear all the clinks again. Alright. I get to this door. I'm gonna still try to quietly open it.
Roll a stealth check. It doesn't
Would
appear
you
to be
chill? This is gonna be the bane of my existence, man.
You say quietly. You mean you do you?
I know.
I'm gonna
You know
go ahead
what?
and give you another inspiration.
And just so you know, my inspiration is the little pink. I call it the breast cancer awareness.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Also, I'm just going to use the 14 on you thing that I've got.
Don't waste it on this check. Huh. Don't waste it on this check.
Did anybody else hear that? Voice of the gods? With him? Alright. 9 health. Clink, 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 clink.
The door just like crunches as you open it.
Like a glove. Okay.
I'm surprised you can't see through it. 1 second.
Oh, sorry.
That one's not letting vision through even though it's open. Anyways, I just pushed you in a little bit just so you get a view.
Okay.
Boom, boom.
A step further
At
in.
one time, a long table stood in the center of this room. Now it lies broken on the floor. A broken chair sits against the wall between the windows, and there's a heap of broken dishes in the northwest corner. Seems to be an old dining room, perhaps. Any
All right.
sign of my things? Or ghosts?
Alright, I come back to the doorway. We found the dining room. I say that into your minds as I continue down the hall.
Did you see a leather pack in there? And about, pretty obvious. Well oiled. I kept
Ned,
care of it.
Ned, did I come out with a leather pouch?
No, sorry. Sorry.
I love him. I will
Right.
protect him.
Now you know what. Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Jesus, he is fixated on that pouch. We in agreement. We're taking the gold out of that, right? That's in y'all's head.
I respond also mentally. Oh, that would be wrong. He's had a hard enough time. Plus, imagine this, he couldn't afford clothes that didn't get stolen.
he's
He's
got
gonna
new
need to
clothes.
be able to buy new ones.
Prezi helped him out. He's got clothes.
I couldn't do that to him. I don't even know how much we're getting paid for this job.
Oh, well, I think you said, 25 gold? Is that what you said, Victrex?
No,
As I
I
go to open this door.
Well, I'm a naturally trusting person, so I'm going to believe you and not insight check that.
You open it quietly. Oh yeah, before I forget, because you haven't done a lot from this game, JP, I know you rolled some nat ones. Don't forget you get inspiration for nat ones. I think I remember you just rolled 2 nat ones in a row, so.
Bingo.
Alright. This kitchen is dirty and damp, with patches of gray mold and cobwebs on the floor, walls, and ceiling. In the southwest corner is some iron cooking equipment with a chimney above. Next to it, under the window, is a cracked and discolored stone sink. To the right of the sink, a small closed wooden cupboard is fixed to the wall about 5 feet above floor level. Against the far wall, a flight of wooden stairs leads upwards from west to east. The woodwork of the staircase is decayed, and a few of the treads are missing.
All right, so I'm gonna walk into the room a bit. Vect, trying to yell, whisper.
Yes.
Yell whisper in your mind.
Well, no, I can't talk to Vect.
Had a guy
Oh,
that
fact. Yeah.
can't be.
10-4.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you gotta chill, son. he's like looking over to the stairs. That wood over there looks a little bit rotten. You think you can get up there without crashing to the floor and alerting the entire house?
believe I can, sir. Right away.
I do like a weird ass salute because I think you're fucking with me. I'm just like, all right.
And he responds kind of, yep. All right, 18.
I'm sorry, are you stealthing trying to go up the stairs? Is that what's happening?
Yas, but can I also investigate to kind of see what I can determine about the stairs? If there's any traps or anything?
Yep, you can roll investigation. Totally fine. Fireball goes off.
All right, let's go.
All right, this will be a little weird for you, but you will be looking at the southern map. Boop.
Okay.
I've popped you down there, and everyone should be able to share his vision and see the same thing.
Yep.
Along the north wall of this area, a staircase descends to the ground floor of the rear of the house, which you are currently standing on. Another staircase along the east wall climbs to an even higher level. This stair has mostly collapsed. Only the lowest 6 steps are still intact, and there's no easy access to the hole in the ceiling to where the staircase used to lead. A heap of rotten timber lies in the northeast corner. Okay, that's what you see on the stairs. You peek your head up to the upper level. You do see the hallway kind of continue down to the south.
I conveyed everything you said. Did you guys get all that?
Yeah, what's up there? That's in my head popping down, like down the stairway, like you're looking down. My head just pops up. All right, there's more stairs. What's up? What else is up there?
Well, it looks like this. What used to be stairs is no longer there to be able to get up to the next level. There is a hallway. Where's the compass on this map? Which way is?
I'm
North,
just
south,
just
east again?
north is north. Just up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there is a hallway to the southwest end of the room, and directly next to the steps there are another set of stairs that are damaged and do not allow entryway to the next level.
Willing to bet, and that leads to something important. Because that's the only room. Do you think that that's where he would put his alchemist place? Would be in the northern part of the house. That's the one spot we can't get to. You sure you can't climb your little ass up there?
Oh, this is an alchemy. This is kitchen. This is what I was looking for. Food.
Hey, what makes you think there's going to be fresh food here?
Because it's a kitchen. What if there's cans or sealed casks or something?
I swear, I think you might have got hit on your head real hard.
I did. I was also hungry.
Hold on, do I have fucking rations or something? Let me see. It's in my
Is there a
fucking
closet here?
Oh, yes. There's a door there.
inventory.
I'm gonna check inside.
I'm gonna. Oh shit! I'm gonna toss in my one ration.
Oh. Thank you.
Hey, I ain't happy about it, so don't look all happy. Just eat.
This room displays the effects of damp and decay more than most. Mold grows in patches on the floor, walls, and ceiling. A large copper cask, split, discolored, and empty, stands under the window with a small heap of crockery shards on the floor beside it. Stairs lead down into what is presumably a cellar.
No food in here. Stairs going down.
What? Like to a cellar?
I think so.
Stop looking for food. That's the kind of stuff we're looking for, Prez.
I thought he
Fucking-
just said we were looking for food.
No, he's looking for food. We are looking for an alchemist. Like, are you? Like, I'm looking at. Does Prescott look drunk?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, Not really, no.
So I just like bring my mask real close to your face for a minute because I really have to look into your eyes just to see. I'm just like, oh god, and I think that's more terrifying. It's like, oh, there's nothing wrong. This is just press.
I wouldn't think that the alchemy would be done underground.
Oh gosh.
Any venting fumes.
Soggy booties. Old Ned has one of the pantries open, and this long head of what looks like an insect of some sort is looming out of it with some vicious looking pincers. And we're gonna roll initiative. Unfortunately, you were not ready on that.
This fucking guy.
Firebolt.
Lightning bolt.
I mean, fair, you could
Lightning
beat the
bolt!
initiative
Lightning
on
bolt!
this.
Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Death!
Gang.
So why didn't you cast death first? I think that would have been more effective.
Right.
As 4 giant insectoids come pouring out of the cupboards from underneath the sink.
Stay close to me.
Oops. Alright, getting them open. I'm blind. Sorry, I'm crazy. Usually these little things have an initiative button, but I don't see it. I feel a little crazy. Alright, what did I just roll for that one? Check 12. $17. And Victrax, you get your fireball. Nah, but Prescott's up first. As you see,
Yes.
I'm 7.
With a 7?
Oh, sorry. When I did descend,
I don't think it hits sword.
Weird. All right, Victrax, you're up.
Cool. Alright. Well, it's gonna be a fun day as I cast my frost fingers away. And specifically, I'm aiming to hit these 2 without hitting Ned. I rolled 8 for the frost damage. And
All
I need
right,
a
so
con
you're
save from both of
angling
them.
for these 2. Sorry, I was
The other 2. The south.
south ones.
Yeah.
And you're doing a cone effect, so you can angle that easy enough to pop that. And we're doing
Yep.
frost fingers damage, and you need a con save.
Yep. Con from each.
All right, starting for the one closest to you, it's a 13.
That meets, so it passes.
All right, and half of that is 4, which means he dies anyways, unless he's got something
Oh.
with cold. So that means they both die.
Oh, fun.
And the little pincers just freeze there. Oh my! All right, this one up here. All right, you have movement and your bonus action. Till your turn.
Cool. Let me see. Do I have anything? Nope, I don't have anything to do with bonus action. And, movement, I'm actually... Actually, can I use my free action or whatever, my object interaction, to close the door behind us?
I mean, to be fair, sorry. I need to get Ned in the turn order. Respectful 10.
Also, I do love that this is, music for Bastion. This is,
I had ran an Emerald campaign at one point, and and the adventure for it was, I was like, I made this playlist for it. It's a great change of pace.
yeah, this one's like, Kryn the Breaker or something like that.
Yeah, this has got a bunch
yeah.
of Darren Korb on it. I love Darren Korb. Did you see
Exactly.
me nerding out on the fact that I'm excited for Hades 2, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna play the beta. I'm gonna wait until it's full release because I really enjoy the story. And then I didn't. I was like, there's gonna be a soundtrack, and they already released a lot of the tracks on there. I was so happy. One of my favorite albums of all time. Okay, yeah, free action, close the door, 100%. It's nothing crazy.
Yippee.
All right. All right, between a 1 and 2 here, it's going to be between Prescott and Ned. All right, goes for Prescott. All right. Nat 1! So it comes up to you, Prescott, and goes for a bite and fails miserably. All right, Vect, it's your turn on the stairs.
All right, so
You had been moving stealthy with that stealth roll, so like if you wanted to be like quote unquote at the peak of the stairs, still kind of keep an eye out, talking down, you can still work off of that stealth roll.
okay. Well, I'm gonna run up to this guy and to
So
attack.
just to work it through with you, you rolled a really good stealth, right? So hypothetically, let's say you're up here and you break line of sight, right? I guess that's within 5 feet here, but normally you're trying to. If you break line of sight, you're doing your range in that moment and then closing the distance, just for future reference. But you're within 5 feet, so it doesn't really matter that much. You come rolling out, so continue what you're doing.
What do you? Well, hold on. What do you mean by ranged? I don't.
Well,
Like,
you
I
have
don't have any
daggers. You
ranged
could throw a
attacks.
dagger,
Okay.
if you wanted. But
Would I have
I'm-
to retrieve them? Like, would that be?
For a
like to
mundane
reuse them, or-
dagger, I'm not too worried about it. You know, I'd love the idea of if you had multiple throwing daggers for that kind of. The weird thing would be unsheathing one, but if you're not switching to a bow or anything like that, then it's totally fine. I'm just letting you know if you break line of sight and something's far away from you on a stealth roll and you re-emerge, you're not going to get advantage if you close the difference and then melee them.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not saying that's how
good
you
to
have
know.
to play it. I'm just letting you know how it flows.
So, well, okay. So if I threw the dagger, because I have a short sword in one hand, dagger in the other hand, and I have the dagger in the other hand to do the offhand attack.
Yeah, so
as
it'd
the
be your
bonus action.
offhand throw. Yeah.
Okay, so I could off. So if I, no, I'd have to offhand throw before getting line of sight, and then go into attack, right?
Yeah, so you're up here. It can't see you. I'm going to assume you're like breaking line of sight. You're very quiet, very stealthy. You went down to the loud guys. So you peek your head in,
Okay.
and that's when, in this moment that you break line of sight, you emerge, throw dagger.
So could I? So okay. So I'm thinking then I should throw a dagger at this guy and then run up and attack this guy.
Smart.
Right.
Yeah, and it's
Okay,
20
yeah,
feet
yeah.
for the dagger. So that one's just in range, easy peasy.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is
And that
also-
gives basically in stealth. That just gives me advantage on my roll, right?
Yep. And whatever
Okay,
your first
so-
attack hits will be the one that, if the conditions meet, will trigger your stealth or sneak attack damage. So if you hit with
Okay.
disadvantage, it will do sneak attack on your first one.
Okay. So ooh, nat 20.
Nat 20. Okay, let's see how
Yeah.
juicy of a roll you get. We know they only have 4 health, but it's really fun to roll crits when you do this. So it's 2d4 for the dagger, no modifier.
8.
So it'll be 5 because of no, it was your offhand throw. But then it's your sneak attack, which is also doubled.
Okay.
So you roll your sneak attack twice.
Roll a
essentially.
sneak attack twice.
Yep.
I got the max. Then I got 5. God damn. It's too
Damn,
bad I didn't
yeah.
do that like against a.
Yeah, so that'd be
Roll
11 plus 5. So you just did 16 at level 2 is pretty good. So that was your bonus action, and then you can roll out as you
Yep. So
throw
then
your
I'll run
dagger
up.
down. That's like you like pin it against the wall, against the cupboard that I was out, and that's like, oh.
That's pretty badass. All right. Then yeah. Then I run down and attack this guy with my short sword, which I do terribly.
Oh wow. Yeah, 8 and 14 misses on that one.
And then I will just run. Yeah, I'll just run back up here.
You okay with just moving there? Just fight. Stay
Well, I
within its
can't-
range without triggering the attack of opportunity.
Well, no, I have mobile, so I
Oh
don't
yeah, I
trigger
forgot. I
attack of
apologize.
opportunity.
Yeah, continue.
So I was trying to run up to
Yeah.
the steps, but I'm like
Upstairs.
Yeah, there.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, so you're upstairs. Dead. Draw, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna roll off Prescott's shoulder to swing my longsword at the one that just tried to fight him.
Mhm.
That's Oh, it just did damage? Why did it do that? Oh. Sorry.
All good. 13 just hits. That is their AC.
Nice. That ends my turn.
Go and roll damage after the hit.
Oh, it doesn't do it automatically? Okay.
Are you sure you don't want to smite? Just
I'm sure.
pump a little extra in there. I mean, they're pretty hardy little dudes. Are you sure about that? You sure?
Stop trying to make me waste my smite. So Prescott, I just roll off of your shoulder, come through with the horizontal swing, and slice it in half.
And we are out of initiative.
You all right, Press?
I'm fine. I don't think you got me. I'm going to take a look around underneath my layers.
You see, the pincers where it went in would have been poisonous, but you get the fact that it tried to pinch it, but then the taste was so bad that it recoiled out of instinct. I didn't find any food. Sorry. I'll just stick to the rations. See, I told you there's scary things in here that could have killed me. You all seem very capable. I feel confident in us. All right. Everyone's quiet now. I'm kind of scared. Are you all talking in your heads again? I'm assuming Drawley knows he's
One
muted.
moment. Victrax is going to use this opportunity to use an action on the Pearl of Power, retrieve a spell slot.
That's back. Oh, that's handy. What is that?
It's something useful only to mages.
I knew some mages back in the war. Well, Drawley gone. Sounds like you all don't know what to do.
I think our next step should be to go downstairs.
Ruh-roh.
I think
Sorry,
Charlie is leaving us behind.
I'm actually about to put a load in the laundry. Could we take a 10-minute break?
Sounds good. Yeah. We can do that.
All right.
Let's see what Robert's going on with Robert.
All right, I'll be right back.
Yippee. All right. Back here at 9:20.
Yep.
It's like, don't trust anyone. Always,
Everything's unmuted. Cool. Let's get back into it. What would you all like to do now?
I think downstairs is a good place to check. I doubt we'll find the actual alchemical equipment there, but it's good storage for the supplies, and maybe there's a laboratory in a separate hidden room or something.
All right.
Well, the cellar seems like a place to me to put all your mean, nasty, ugly things and all those sorts of things.
You think it's really bad down there?
I doubt it.
This entire place is really bad.
Are you,
Yes, we're going downstairs.
are you sure we
Come
can't
on.
check upstairs first for my things? Oh gosh, you're fools. Oh, I'm with fools.
I'm stuck in a glass case of emotion.
That's the room they're trying to get into, ironically. You guys
Oh.
open the door.
Oh, there's
Sorry.
a lot.
We open the door, he's already there.
Funny enough, you guys can. I'm pretty sure you guys can open and close these doors if you click on it.
Yeah.
I probably got to get off of it. There we go. Boom. All right, I'll take point. And
I'll
start
take side.
start jingling my way down the stairs.
I got spurs.
Do we do stealth checks or do our previous one stick?
Drawley, as you move down the stairs into the cellar below, you hear something emanating from the bowels under the ground.
You all hearing that? I say in your mind.
I need everyone to make wisdom saving throws as the voice howls up from the abyss below.
Piss. I'll use my bardic inspiration.
Nat 20.
Wisdom saving throw.
Hold on, D6. It's got to do something better than what I got. Why did it roll 2? All right, it's 4 either way. So
10 is not enough. Everyone else succeeds. Unless Drawley's immune to being frightened.
I don't think I'm there yet. In my oaths, let me look. Scrolling down. Fans, 53. Is this a charm effect?
This is a frightened effect.
Okay. No, I have nothing.
All right. So it does cut you down deep, whatever the reason is, but it could be just considered magical compulsion if you want it to be. It unsettles Drawley, this voice howling up from the abyss. And so you have disadvantage on ability checks currently.
Okay, so I freeze on the stairs, and you all hear in your mind, holy shit, did y'all hear that?
We all hear that?
Yeah, you
Who
all
wasn't
heard
told
it.
that
Yep.
scare?
That didn't sound nice. It sounded mean and nasty and ugly and all sorts of things.
Okay, I am frozen on the stairs. I'm not trying to act like it's fear, but my brain has not registered to my muscles to keep moving. So whoever's behind me, you may have to end up pushing me forward.
Drawley, come back, Drawley. Don't go down there. Oh, you heard it. You all heard it. You heard them all today. Come back, Drawley. Don't go do it. Oh, you're fools. You're fools.
He's starting to make a lot of sense.
He understands now. He understands.
Prescott, are you right behind me?
Yeah, I have words echoing in my head. Heed my words, boy.
Wait. Let me see something real quick. This is overkill. Where is it? Heed my words, boy.
Dang it, Bobby. That boy ain't right.
That boy.
All right, so
Guys,
you're gonna have to
maybe we should take a beat and just take a moment.
Yeah. We should leave. Grab my things. Not today. Let's not go near the scary voices, shall we?
No, we're not running away.
Oh.
But I think we should be slightly more tactical about this.
What's he saying up there?
Can somebody drag
Drawley,
Drawley back up here?
Come here, Drawley. Come here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm coming. All right, I slowly pull my my hands off the thing, and I'm going to start moving as soon as my fucking token. So I'm going with you, Prescott. Pretty much in your arms on my way up the stairs. All right, I'm walk. Further I get away, I get some composure back. All right, I'm gonna slam this door closed and put my back on it. All right, we got a problem. First up, I don't think the alchemist lab is down there, so I don't think we need to go down there right away.
Ned,
Yes?
earlier you suggested upstairs to find your things. What makes you believe your things are upstairs?
Because the voice that is down there and not up there. So I hope my things are upstairs.
So it's purely based on cowardice and not based on any sort of intel as
Yes,
to where your things might be located within this house. Here.
exactly. You
That's
heard that
a
voice.
bit harsh.
Well, but I'm being logical. Why not check upstairs first, and then if I find my things, then I can just leave, and then you guys can do whatever foolishness
no.
you're going to do.
No.
Before
At this
going-
point, you are a member of this party.
I don't want
and
to
you
be a
will face
soggy
whatever
booty.
fate we face.
I don't want to be a soggy booty.
No, if we assist you in finding your supplies and equipment, you will then join us in our endeavors.
We go upstairs, we find my things, and then we leave. We go back to Saltmarsh. I'll buy you all a round of drinks.
No one here is leaving. None of us are cowards.
You just see Drawley with his back. It's real cartoony having my arms outstretched to keep the door closed. My back's on the door with my arms outstretched in the doorway, just like, right.
Charlie, you agree? You heard the voice. We should leave.
I think Vetch is right. We should search everywhere, and I think probably checking upstairs might be, a little bit, easier than checking down there right now. You said move tactically, right?
We can cross it off the list of finding his supplies, but he will join us in battling whatever is before us down below.
Okay. I've seen battle.
Yep. Sounds like a deal then, right? Either that, or you run out of here right now butt naked. We're taking the pants back if you're not a soggy bottom boy.
Okay. Oh no, I'm not a soggy bottom boy. You have to take these pants.
I'm gonna grab his collar. He's coming.
Nah, you can keep them. What's mine is yours.
At this point, he's fucking coming. He's like, I'm not a soggy boy. Yeah, you are. Come on.
Okay. Where are we going?
All right.
So are we just going up this way, or are we going to explore more of the bottom floor, or the ground floor, I should say?
I say we, Jolly votes to check the bottom floor first, so we can at least see, make sure there's nothing behind us.
As a voting member of the Soggy Bottom Boys, I vote for upstairs.
You don't get a vote yet.
You said I'm a Soggy Bottom Boys. If I have to wear these pants, I had to get a vote.
You didn't go through the ritual.
Oh.
It's a lot of fishing involved.
I still vote
Is
for
there
upstairs.
anything to make you believe that it would not be on the ground floor?
If there wasn't scary, nasty monster voices coming from below, I would be like, oh, let's go take a peek in the cellar. Maybe there's some nice wine down there.
Right. We're not going down to the cellar. We're talking about staying on the ground floor before heading up to the upper floor and then proceeding down below to the cellar.
I understand what you're saying. I'm confused. I mean, it could be on the ground floor, but it's closer to that. And he points to the room with the voice. But as long as it's, as long as it's not down there, I'm fine.
Well, let's just hope his trousers are in the next room we go to. Come on.
Gosh.
All right. We're going to head on this door. Boom. I'm taking point because I'm not trying to show it, but I'm trying to run out of this room as fast as I can.
A brave, cowardly retreat.
It's a tactical retreat.
You were ahead of me, Prescott, right? That's how you like it.
Dining room.
I am a man with soggy bottoms. My pantaloons are soaking wet.
You
All
got
right.
a theme song. Oh, interesting.
So we got the foot tracks going this way too.
Oh, I feel better.
Hey, looking at him, is he barefoot?
I am barefoot. I'm looking for my boots.
Okay, so are the tracks aren't barefoot though, are they?
Nope.
Nobody's barefoot.
No, they're not.
Okay.
They definitely haven't sent. They appear to be booted or some sort of shoe or something.
Actually, with that, Victrax is going to note mentally to the other guys. Wait, you see separate sets of footprints as opposed to like one being dragged and another proper set, right?
I look back to the tracks. Does it look like one was dragged or walking?
Both are steps. Both two different sets of something walking through that space.
Alright.
Or I should say someone. They definitely seem to be footed.
All right. So I say in your mind, the tracks we saw were two people walking side by side.
So two walking up, one walking down, but nobody being dragged.
Hey, he did say he was clonked on the head and brought to that place. Didn't he?
If I remember correctly, yes. Granted, there's nothing saying that there couldn't have been a second thing helping to carry him along. Maybe one set could be the necromancer, and the second set being a particularly strong undead.
All right. From because you can make out. Actually, I wonder if you can on fucking wood. You can tell me if not. Can you make out impressions that look like if somebody was carrying a heavy load by their footprint in dust? Would you know?
Only because Vect originally rolled a nat 20 on that. I would say with his observation of all of it, did not appear that anything heavy was being carried.
Based off of what Vex said in his report, he didn't say it looked like he was carrying any heavy loads, and we don't see no dragon. You guys keep your eye out on fucking Ned. I've already passed word to Vex. He's gonna press his little clicker if old Ned does anything strange. Be prepared to blast his old ass if he tries to betray us. Alright, I'm going to get on this side of the door, waiting for you all to stack. Get in position. No, not there. The door opens, they will get you. I was like, back up, old man. Oh, my bad. Back up, wizard. Sorry. Alright, I'm going to open the door.
I would like to prepare
don't
a
open that door.
firebolt.
We should investigate for traps. Or is he too late?
Did I press? Oh shit! I pressed my. I don't have a mouse. So like my finger was just over it and it clicked it. So,
Vect, no, you're good. Vect, you go up and you check it for traps. I'm not asking for any rolls. It does not appear to be traps. And then you open the door.
All right.
Assuming you want to back up, Vect, do you like this?
Yeah. Bringing up the rear.
All right. Open the door and I'm going to step in.
This room was once a library with bookshelves around the walls. Most of the shelves are broken, and in many places they have come away from the wall. The few shelves still intact are empty, but a pile of books rests in the southwest corner.
Hey, Big Tracks. See if there's any of that book learning the Baron wanted. I am going to use my time to look on the floor to see if there's any footprints leading to a specific book or anything of note of that, like that.
You want to look through the books? Yeah, no investigation check needed. You do find most are in pretty poor condition. Like there's mold, moisture. It's like, oh, they've got a rat infestation. But 3 of them do seem to be a little bit better, and they kind of stand out to you. And one's titled "The Magical Properties of Gemstones" by the Archmage Tensor. And then another book, "The Magical Properties of Herbs and Flowers" by the Archmage Tensor. And then the last one, "The Metaphysics of Mathematics" by the Mage Nistel. They're beautiful books. like gold inlay, kind of catching in a little bit of light from the staff.
If you don't mind, I would like to take those 3. They seem in fairly good condition, and I think the Baron would quite enjoy these.
Right. I'm gonna look on the floor, Nate, and see if I know our footprints are gonna be in here, but were there any leading anywhere in here?
Roll a survival check. Victrax, do you kind of like peruse the books and kind of get an idea of what they are?
Yes.
12. You don't seem. It seems this place seems to be very undisturbed. In this room, no footprints outside of the ones that you've already brought in. In the last book, there's a loose piece of scrap parchment, and it's it is old. Looks like it's been there for a while. But 2 words stand out of the rest of it that was ruined. The only 2 words that are still there: beyond skeletons. But you do get a sense that those books are valuable in their own right, at worth 7 gold each.
Each of the
Each one is
3
worth
that I
7.
found?
Yep, so 21 gold each, 7 gold each. Or 21 total.
21 total.
7
70.
each. Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. And you said there's a sheet of parchment called Beyond Skeletons, or at least that's the...
It was like,
2
it looks like there
words.
was more writing on it, but it's been ruined with time, and those are the only 2 words. And it was like it was placed in there. It was like handwritten compared to it, so it's like doesn't belong in the metaphysics and mathematics. But
it's like a sheet of loose leaf paper shoved in a college textbook
Yes.
with notes on how to interpret it.
Exactly.
This could be troubling.
What?
There's a... One sec, There's a sheet of parchment in this book here. Beyond skeletons, drums in the deep. They are coming.
We all know that was a joke, right? And Beyond Skeletons is the only thing that's actually in it, right?
Yes.
Oh, I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit, they're coming.
Lord
All
knows.
right.
I hope you've all drunk your milk, because it's time for the skeleton wars.
Milk.
Yes, milk. For a good strong skeleton. For the skeleton wars.
All right. Another one that's gone all loopy in this dusty place. Hey. All right, this room is clear then. Prayers, you see anything?
You don't hear or see anything of note.
No. Just a lot of kindling.
Inland. My boy, these books are practically ancient.
Yeah, the ones that are readable. Victrax is taken. It's part of his shares, I'm assuming.
I was never really too good at any book learning. Oh, well, Dad's in town, so...
I almost made a reference of a little tiny little baby boy, toddler running around or something.
Yeah, he'd be like 7.
All right, then. Let's clear the other rooms.
Yeah, imagine though, like in 20. Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Imagine in 20 years of Prescott wandering as a hobo and running into the Badgers. Sorry. He's going to show up at the end of the Badgers campaign in the middle of the fucking plain of limbo. And so there I was.
Oh, you took a while to get here.
I mean, Prescott, he needs to one day make his way to the yawning portal. I feel like that's where he belongs.
Ooh, yeah.
He needs to be in a corner somewhere telling stories.
Hell yeah. I love it. Sorry, I'm shutting up now.
All right. Well, do you see anything, Prescott, or should we continue on?
Oh, we can go on. This room doesn't have anything for me. Let me know if you guys see any drums lying around.
Ned,
I kind of
Oh.
broke my last one.
Oh, yes.
get
I'm over
back
here.
here.
I'm over here. I recognize
You don't
this
walk
room.
through a door
Oh, I thought I was a soggy bottom boy.
without us.
Oh,
We have to check doors for traps.
We're a team. You can't just run off.
I just checked this door for traps. It's not trapped. Look, it's open.
Yeah, well,
Really? And you knew it was on the other side of that door, I suppose.
Well, I didn't know, but then I opened it and I was
You
like,
could have
oh.
walked into an ambush and you would have been all by yourself and you would have been. You would know.
Wait, Dad.
That's fair. I'm sorry. I recognize that room though. I think I came through that way. I arrived.
Okay, great. We'll let the person who has no fighting equipment on him step back from people and let the rest of us walk through first.
This is where I want to find my stuff. I'm sorry. He backs up to the back.
look, it's like when you see another kid get scolded, you just gotta shut the fuck up and just stay back, just like.
I like seeing Ned pushing to the back, and then Vex like runs to the back onto the other side of him. All right. As you pass this door, old Ned reaches for the doorknob.
Stop touching it.
Oh, sorry. Ow, ow, sorry.
You know, for how scared you are to go alone, you certainly do like to go alone, quite often.
Well, let's not wait till the scary voice and doesn't go down. Down.
He kind of
feels
gently
scary.
nudges him into this next room.
A door in the north wall leads onto a small patio. The paving cracked and overrun with weeds. Other than a pile of refuse in the southeast corner of the room is bare.
You said you recognized this room.
Yes, I think I came in through that door there.
Looking at it, you said there's weeds growing everything. Has there?
It's
been
describing
signs
the patio outside, which the door's closed, but like Vect would have seen that. That's kind of what the description is.
Okay, so looking at it again, now that we're in this room, because we know that the tracks come from this direction.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see drag marks specifically?
Ooh, well, roll a survival check.
While he's doing that, Prescott's eye is going to be attracted to the trash in the corner.
Hard to tell, and you're having a hard time finding the tracks in the space.
I feel like Prescott with like normal hobo supplies is like, ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Piece of candy.
There's a
Yeah, he does want to check out that trash in the corner.
roll investigation check. There's a White Stripes song. I can't remember the name, what it's called, but me and Mish, like when we used to do a lot of picking on the side of the road in Riverside, and it's like you're getting rid. It's like just two of them just talking in the White Stripes. I'm like, oh, you're getting rid of that? Like, I can use it. Meg can use it. And it's just about them getting like trash and people getting rid of stuff. And they're like, oh, we can use it. That's Prescott. Nothing of note or value or for even a hobo inside of
Oh, wow.
this pile of trash.
All right, I say in Victrex and Prescott's mind, as I'm like standing near the like the northern part near the door. If he came through that door, I'm not seeing any tracks that say he was dragged through there. But I can't make out if those are drag marks or somebody get a second eye on this thing. He recognizes this room. There should be clear marks. I think it might be too dark in here or something because I don't see shit.
Ned, why do
Yes?
you recognize this room?
I came through here. That was the door. He points to the north door. I came. This is where I came in. The
You
front
came
door
in.
What? What'd you say?
You walked into this room. Yes.
From that door there, yes. That's what I remember.
And then what happened?
I don't remember much after that. I think I might have made it upstairs. And then darkness, pain, and I woke up. And I didn't get much chance to explore.
So you walked yourself upstairs.
Yes. I walked.
Hmm.
Didn't you say that you were knocked out and then taken there?
No, I was knocked out and I assumed they took me into that room. I don't remember that room. That's why I woke up from being unconscious.
Where were the other footsteps going?
I don't know! What happened to your voice? Do you want to roll survival to kind of see if you can pick up on the tracks?
Sure. Nat 20! Again, I love survival checks.
Silvery barbs. No, I'm just kidding.
I see. He's, in fact, starts walking around. He kind of shoves Ned to the sides, looking down at the ground, starts walking around the room. Yes. It seems to be becoming more clearer to me now. Gentlemen,
Please.
please step aside. Yeah, so, old Ned, your story seems to be holding true. Your footsteps are the ones that must be going only up the stairs. While this second set of footsteps, there seems to be somewhat of a back and forth. I'm wondering, this seems to be the main entry that people enter the house. It's hard to tell, though, if the second set of footsteps followed you. Although that would seem very plausible because you are somewhat of an imbecile.
They come in from outside?
Not trained in the arts of combat and stealth. And it looks like either this is a common travel way or you were followed up to where you were,
Oh,
where we found you.
from outside, yes.
Although these footsteps go both ways. So I cannot conclusively say exactly what happened. However,
Like Window Nancy.
you went up the stairs. I'm sorry. I'm drawing all of this from that survival check. Would it look like the footsteps that go up the stairs are about the size of Ned's feet?
They do. And the blue
Okay, yeah.
represents one set that went up and never came down. And does seem
Right.
to match Ned's. And the red one was a set of tracks going in and up.
Right. Okay. That's I inferred that, but I
sets
kinda
of
got ahead of
tracks
myself.
come from the door.
Oh. Interesting. So they literally just start right here. Ned, get back here! He's running.
What
roll,
the
roll
fuck?
initiative.
Oh no!
Well, I say roll initiative. We're now doing a chase scene.
Fucking Ned.
Ugh.
I knew it.
You were,
He's up to no
you
good.
were the chosen one.
Untrustworthy.
He was supposed to bring balance back to the Soggy Bottom Boys.
Not destroy them.
Thank you.
Well, right.
Ned, you son of a bitch.
All right, we're doing tokens don't matter right now. We're doing a skill challenge as you are looking at it and you're piecing it all together, and that's when you realize the tracks, and you're like, you had missed that last little bit, and you're like, they go upstairs and they come back, and blah 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 blah, and you're like, and this one does match Ned's, and it doesn't go to the door. And you turn, that's when you see him fleeing, and you point it out. You know, Prescott's still digging through the rubble and whatnot, and you all see him running. All right, so I guess we will do initiative, and it's not about your movement. It's you about choosing. It's you about choosing a skill here to try and like it could be a dash to keep it simple and do like an athletics check to try and overtake him, or something of that sort, or like try like a spell to trip him up, or it's very abstract. So you just put yourself in your character's shoes of chasing this guy through the house, and because as he goes, he like slams these doors open right into the hallway. So now you're having to like get past these doors and whatnot, and he's scrambling and running. All right.
Okay.
It's very abstract, and you have a lot of leeway here to try and describe what you're going to attempt to do as you go chasing after him. So go ahead and roll initiative. Make sure you guys update it. Let's see what old Ned gets.
Oh shit! Mine didn't. Let me see.
Ooh,
Sorry.
Good one for Ned.
I gotta see what I got. I forgot.
You got a 10. It looks like.
A mean 10. Okay.
Ooh, you have disadvantage because that's an ability check, and you're frightened. Still.
Initiative?
Mm-hmm. Initiative is technically a dexterity ability check.
Let me roll it to gain.
Because that's the whole thing. Like Bard Inspiration technically can work on that because it's an ability check. I'm pretty sure. Or can you do Bard Inspiration on it? Ability checks? I'm pretty sure you
I
can.
believe so.
8.
Yeah.
Is
Her
there-
initiative rolls are technically.
So
Oh,
Vic,
conditions.
you see him go running down the hallway, slamming doors open. What do you do?
So I would like to use my acrobatics, if that's. Have you guys ever seen the Daredevil TV show?
Yes.
And you know that fight scene where it's kind of like that one-shot fight scene that goes on through this building, and he's going through the hallway. He's kind of like this parkour fighting style, but like as he's maneuvering through, I kind of like envision Vec is kind of doing that, like jumping, like as he's rounding a corner, he's like jumping onto the wall, running, and then jumping off the wall, kind of thing.
Parkour.
Parkour.
All right, yeah, go ahead and give me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. 18.
18. As you go running down the hallway, the doors are slung open. They're bending on the hinges. You slide between them easily around, bouncing off the wall, and you go thrilling through. And as you come around the corner, you see as he ran by, he elbows a piece of the wall here, and it begins to collapse, and this piece of lumber just falls off of the ground, attempting to hit you with it, and you just slide underneath it. So that's one success for the party.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, I think this is going to be... Yeah, I don't even need to roll for Ned. This is more about you guys getting successes. Sorry, it's been a while since I've done a skill challenge. Successes versus failures. So you have one success. Technically, Drawley would be up. So what would you maybe attempt to do? Keep in mind your ability checks are at disadvantage, unfortunately. But
I clicked the frighten condition. Will that do it on my sheet for me? Or do I
don't
need
know.
to?
I doubt it. Because
All right, so
that'll be specific. Well, maybe. We'll see.
Wait,
When you
would
roll,
he-
either it'll pop up or it won't.
Okay.
Would he still be frightened, or is it like a roll at the end of each turn to overcome the thing?
There is a time limit on it, but you guys have not hit that time limit.
Oh dear, that's yeah.
All right. Running, since position-wise I'm there, I will see like a door like in Victrax's way, and I'm going to sling my shield to try to slam it closed so it doesn't block Victrax.
kind of thing.
Yeah, that for me is flavor. You just kind of like shoulder check the door easily enough. Anything you want to do to try and, or you just kind of use your athletics to kind of keep up as your kind of goal here?
Oh yeah. That's really what I'd be doing.
All right,
Like,
so you're
just
going to give me an athletics check at disadvantage.
Okay. Gross. So it does it roll it at disadvantage already?
It did not, but 10 will not be enough.
Nice.
So
Just in case it was in that one. I didn't want to rob you of the true failure.
So unfortunately, that's one success and one failure, bringing us to Victrax. The next one decides it. What would you like to do?
Well, would I be able to move close enough to hit him with a lightning lure, which is a 15-foot range?
Ooh, a 15-foot range here. Okay. Are you okay if I still boil it down to a skill challenge? So we'll make it an Arcana check.
Sure.
Because that will 100% be a part of the narrative of you running and trying to grab them with it. And I love that being the potential finale here. So yeah, go for it. Go ahead and do an Arcana check for me as you go past the rubble that Vex get down and Vex sees him. He points him out. He went north, and you come out of it and you come running up, and you're gonna attempt to do the lore on him. You see Ned.
Cool. The unfortunate thing is this is gonna hurt him if I hit.
That's fine. Ned hits the wall as you come running up and you begin casting your spell, and you guys watch as a whole bunch of spiders come pouring out of the wall. And Arcana check. Heard a bloop, but not in the Discord.
I'm using my portent to get a 14. Plus
Ooh.
5, so 19 total.
19. The DC was 15. So I like to imagine you come running through it, and you can interpret every one. So tell me if you like this. Like with the divination, I like to feel like however you do it in the morning, if not, or maybe it's just in this moment, you come around and you see him about to do the spiders, and you're seeing that play out ahead of time. And you're getting an instinct is for you to then intervene and change the course of the future in the split-second moment. And your lightning lure goes out, wraps around him, and roll damage like you hit.
All right.
Meow. Meow.
1. So the thing is, it pulls. I have a 15-foot range, and if I, it's technically whoever fails the saving throw gets pulled 10 feet towards me.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess this kind of counts as him failing the saving throw.
Yeah, we're keeping it narrative, but 100% you're still like getting what you've done, and you're gonna pull him closer to you.
So yeah, I'm just imagining like seeing the spiders happen just like a half a second before it would, and that's when, yeah, as you say, Victrax releases the spell, does the lightning lure, and yanks Ned backwards, and the one damage is just because Victrax accidentally bonks Ned on the head with a staff as he falls back.
Love it. I think I accidentally skipped Victrax or Prescott on accident. I'm not sure how I did that. Not a big deal though. I'm totally fine with how everything played out. And just to clarify too, I described the swarm of spiders, but I want to correct that narrative. So that's what would have happened if you did not have your portent and then pull them through and change that little course, because it was a big swarm of spiders that would have came out. You saw them attacking the party, so you pull him back in, and now we're into a straight normal initiative roll. So let me go ahead and put him back in.
He's armed with a butter knife.
I know.
Yeah, I was just gonna yell at him anyways.
Well, let's go ahead and bring you both into the scene because you guys would have been running after him. So you're here. I'm gonna go over and give Prescott a turn.
I just would have yelled at him. Where? That's my good shirt. Where are you going?
I had to leave. You're putting us in danger.
Halt! You violated my mom.
Okay, if that's all you're going to do, Prescott.
Yeah, that there was nothing else happening, right? Like the spiders didn't come out or anything like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Victrax, what is your dexterity score? Total.
15.
Ooh, Tizies. Roll a d20.
Roll 1d20.
Firebreaker.
12.
12. Alright, he'll go just before you. He'll attempt to back up 5, 10. So you get an attack of opportunity.
Can I use that to grapple?
You can certainly try. So an athletics check.
I got a 5.
A
'cause, you know.
So he
Yeah.
can choose between athletics or acrobatics. So, bam. Alright, unfortunately not enough as he rolls a total of 15. And he backs away from you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm sorry, boys. You were very kind, but you're meddling in things you don't understand. And he closes that door with a free action. All right.
I
It's
knew
now
he
your
was
turn,
no good.
Vitrex.
Alright. Wouldn't I have technically already gotten, like, because we skipped Prescott, but my turn had already happened?
Oh, true. Yeah. So now it'd be Vex's turn. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's easier to do it like that. There we go. Tiebreaker didn't really matter. All right, Vex, you're up. JP. JP McCall?
So when he ran, he's behind that door. So we're still taking turns at this point.
Yeah, we're just in normal initiative now. You guys caught him from the chase. It was very fast and simple. And now we're just in normal initiative to see how it plays out.
Okay, so basically I can move up to that door and try
Your
and catch up
normal
to him.
turns. Yeah, normal turns.
Yeah. All right. Hold on. There's. So I guess I will. From here to here would be 35 feet because I would count moving through Victrax as.
Well, technically, that's why Dino's all broken. You can go 5, 10, 15, 20,
Okay.
25, 30, 35.
35, yeah. Okay, so 35.
And it's a free
And
action to open a door.
Right, okay, so I open. 40. Wait. Guys, should I just try and, like, knock him prone, grapple him, or should I just
Have
immediately
mercy!
attack?
Well, if you knock him prone or grapple him, he's less likely to get very far.
Also,
So honestly, I think the safer thing would be to knock him prone, because then he only has half his movement and would have to dash to do anything.
Yeah,
But
I'm
if
just.
you grapple him, he has to try and fight it.
Well, the question isn't whether to grapple or knock prone. The question is whether to attack him or to try and
All right.
temporarily
So,
incapacitate.
so without being meta, how I would see it is that we know he's afraid of the thing, quote unquote, afraid of the thing that's downstairs. He ran away from the perfectly safe room we were in and started running towards the direction of the thing he's supposed to be afraid of, deathly afraid of. So acting as if he's an enemy at this point would be ridiculous. So what is your
Remember,
trait?
you're doing weapon attacks. You can always just do your normal stuff and declare them as non-lethal. And it's the same damage and stuff. Just when if he hits 0, you knock him out instead of killing him.
Or you could gut him.
Or you can just go. Yeah.
Hmm.
Any grapples and stuff like that is athletics. I'm not saying you have that bad, but it's usually not a rogue strength. Like knocking prone is athletics, grappling's athletics.
Okay.
Right now,
Yeah, I'm
you're
guessing
not
it-
getting sneak attack, though. That's one thing for you to consider.
Right now, I'm not getting sneak attack. Okay.
Mhm.
But I could do if I opened the door and stayed here and then threw the knife and then ran at him and hit him with my sword. If I choose to attack, I can do that route, right?
Sure.
Just
Yeah.
my sneak attack.
Just no sneak attack.
Hmm.
I mean, to be fair, you can just run up and attack and then bonus action offhand attack. You don't have to
Okay.
throw the
Yeah.
dagger.
I
you
guess
know?
that's true. Yeah.
But it's cooler if you throw it. You bust the door open.
Yeah. I'm just thinking like throw it, and then while I'm still running, then I'm he's possibly being hit by the dagger, and then as I'm running, I'm coming down with
Mhm.
the sword. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna throw first. Let's see. Ooh, 21 hits. I know it.
21
feel
hits.
Damage 6. So I bust open the door. My right hand kind of reaches down to my side and flings a dagger from my side, and so that hits him. And then while he's being, hit, I'm running forward,
Ow!
coming down with my short sword. I hit with that, and 16 hits. Yeah,
I was knocked out. You saw how they treat me. 16 hits.
7.
7. Excellent. All right. That was movement, bonus action, and action. Draw, you're up.
And I'm.
Oh, you still
going-
have movement, I guess, if you still have some.
I do have, I guess, 5 freedom. What was a bonus action? I can.
You bonus action.
No, the
damage.
bonus action was my offhand. Yeah. So how far did I go? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I went like my full thing. So everyone's going to have to go around me.
All right. Draw, you're up.
Okay. No, I'll go running by. I'm gonna fucking murder this guy. No, but let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Double movement. 5, 10, 15, 20. So I'll just like come running in the room, crashing through the door, giving him a murderous look. And then I see the positioning, and I just do like this C motion around him with my sword out. You picked the wrong fucking day to be shifty. Ending my turn.
Prescott.
Alrighty. Alright, I'm gonna move up 30, and I'm just gonna yell out at him. Wait, come back, give back my clothes. I'll tell you a joke. And I'm gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Is that a wisdom?
It's a wisdom. 13.
8. I don't remember what happens with Tasha's. Is this the fall prone one?
Just a funny fit of laughter. Incapacitated, unable to stand up.
All right. The target must succeed on a saving throw, fall prone, become passive, unable to stand for the duration. Love it. Do you want to tell us what the joke is?
God, I don't have anything prepared.
Gotcha. Excellent. And so, like, the thought of you telling him a joke, he's like, and he just falls on the ground, laughing there, incapacitated. All right, so technically you're concentrating. I'll drop a little concentration thing for you, and he is on the ground. Excellent.
So, the hell's happening, Joe?
Like, oh, I haven't even said the joke yet. I don't remember quite what I was going to say. And let me think for a minute.
Technically Victrax's turn, unless you want to do a inspiration or something.
Sure. As a matter of fact, I will. I forgot I could do that as a bonus action. I will give my last inspiration to. Drawley still has his, so I guess I will give mine to Vic.
Bam. Okay. Victrax, you're up.
Cool. I walk up. 5 and 6, if Prescott allows me through his space.
Mm-hmm.
I use my action. Cast Mage Armor.
All right. Anything else? All right. Wisdom saving throw. The end of its turn. So his turn is going to come and go.
Silvery barbs.
And it's going to roll again. And he stays down. Who do you give advantage to?
I'll give it to Vec. Well, actually, I'll give it to Drawley.
Drawley. I'll do little blue things to try and remember the advantage.
What does that give me?
Yes. Testicular cancer awareness.
Advantage on whatever you want for like the next. Is it minute?
So does that just essentially remove his disadvantage?
Yeah, so it'd be rolling regular.
Yeah, within 1 minute, you can choose. Yeah, pretty much any D20 roll within the next minute, Drawley, you can choose to re-roll.
Nice.
Or not choose to re-roll, excuse me. You can choose to give yourself advantage. So remember that. You're going to have to call it beforehand, especially, for example, if you have the disadvantage on ability checks currently. If you wanted to do an athletics check, you say, hey, can I use silvery barbs and make it a straight roll? Like, cool. Do it before the roll.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Old Ned's turn comes and goes. In fact, you're up.
All right. Are we just all out trying to kill this guy? Because I'll just keep attacking if that's the case. Or are we going to try and stop him and ask him what the hell's going on?
I will defer to Victrax because Victrax hasn't said anything. Drawley's just pissed off at him, so he's going to try to kill him.
Screw it. I think Vect would be overly zealous in an attempt to try and prove himself that he's not a coward and that he's ready to combat, so that he's going to make mistakes in doing so, and this mistake might be killing him instead of trying to interrogate him. Ciao.
He wants to prove himself by killing the prone man, unarmed guy.
Who's just laughing on the ground. No, do what Vect would do. Just roll with it.
Well, okay, he's prone. He can't.
He's not subdued, but you guys are controlling him at the moment through Tasha's.
Okay. In that case, I think I'll move to the side so that you guys can enter the room if you want to. And I think what he'll do is he can't take actions or reactions. So if I'm asking him a question, answering would be an action or a reaction. He couldn't do either of those.
Yeah, he's pretty much laughing uncontrollably now. He's not subdued, so you'd be trying to spend 6 seconds trying to ask him questions. He's just gonna be laughing.
Right,
at you.
right.
Yeah. He's still capable of speech, but it's not gonna probably be eloquent.
So I think what I'll do then is,
if you wanted to try and intimidate him or something through your words, you could try something like that. Or threaten him to not run or something.
Well, I think what I'll do at this point is an athletics check to try and like grab hold of him and hold him, so that whenever this wears off, I'd have a hold of him. Like, would that
Okay.
work?
Yeah, you can do that. So it's weird. I think Raw, like he technically could do a contested roll here, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say you grab him without any issues, and it'll just be more a matter of what happens on his turn. So yeah, you grab a hold of him and you're grappling him.
Okay.
Okay. Draw, you're up.
See, that's a perfect idea, Vex. You strangle him. Get on top of him and strangle him. So I'm gonna take a knee, and I'm gonna use my turn to just be trying to get like some rope out of my bag, because like I think that we both agreed to just like choke this guy out. So this is my way of holding action for wiser
What-
people.
What's your goal here? To do damage or to keep him from moving, to subdue him?
Oh, maybe it's intimidation, because it's not really. Drawley is intended until somebody says something. Drawley is like, yeah, let's fucking kill him because he betrayed us, and he's probably set this whole thing up. But
'Cause you could
above
grapple
table-
him also to make it harder for him to escape, or you can just like do an intimidation on him and see if you can get some sort of reaction out of him. But that would be your action to do the intimidation.
All right, so the intimidation will be me pulling out like a garrote,
Gosh.
just like wrapping it around my palm.
If you get squirrely, I swear I will take all the time I have to choke you to death.
Roll an intimidation check. Oh, excuse me.
Can I use my?
Yeah, because it's a disadvantage currently. But yeah, if you wanted to use that advantage to make it a straight roll, you could.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Are you fucking serious?
You do have
So-
the bardic, but you know.
It's not. So ultimately, I'm wrapping the rope around my hands, but I do it too tight. I'm just like, ow.
You actually cut yourself with your own Garrett.
So I'll just spend the rest of my turn just rubbing my palms as I sit down and do that Peter Griffin.
All right, Prescott, you're up. Love it.
Shit, that hurts.
Well, I guess just run up and try to hold him down and try to think up a joke. I haven't even gotten to that point yet.
He's just laughing at you maniacally, eyes wide, and kind of scared, looking at all you guys towering over him. So
I wanna hurt him.
you grapple him also. Love it. Excellent. Fake Trax, your turn.
All right. Well, 5, 10, 15, 20. You know what? I think it's time.
He's
I'm going-
Like, scared of you saying that.
I'm going to cast a spell as I reach out to touch him.
Reach out and touch Ned.
I'm gonna need a dexterity saving throw as I cast light. But I don't want him to know that.
You cast what? I'm sorry?
Light.
You're casting light on him? This is the first time anyone's ever cast anything on a person.
Yes. So, it's a dex save, basically to avoid me touching him. And if he fails, then I light up, like his shirt, for instance.
Here's disadvantage attack rolls. So no disadvantage on dex. I just wanted to make sure. Right, I'm not crazy.
Weird, but yeah.
I'm still gonna give him disadvantage just because he's being grappled, because he can't like move. So I'll still give him disadvantage on this. So you're gonna try and get that on him.
Yeah. This is mostly to scare the crap out of him, because until the light actually hits, all I imagine he is seeing is that Mage Man is reaching out with some magical bullshit in his hand.
And his magic starts glowing around. All right, he rolls a 10, so the light is on him somewhere. All right, anything else?
Prescott, have you ever seen your shirt that blindingly bright?
Oh, when I first got it, it's actually a green shirt. The
And
shirt
yet
is not
it's
green.
brown now.
12 on his wisdom saving throw at the end of his turn against Tasha's.
The DC 13.
Excellent. Still on him. Vector up. He's laughing and squirming. He's trying. He's still trying to squirm away, but he just can't break free of this magical laughter.
Well, I think I'm gonna use my action to kind of ask the group if we should try and interrogate him or kill him. Guys, should we try and find out what he's about or just put him out of his misery?
He had the chance, Beck, to tell us what he knew if he wanted to really help. But he decided to run away, and as soon as I get this Garrett off my hands, I'm going to kill him.
Alright, well.
I mean, anybody
Can
else?
he...
Still trying to think about what joke I'm gonna tell him.
He started laughing before I got to the punchline.
What we got, JP? What we doing?
Yeah, alright.
Don't
I
overthink
mean,
it.
I guess I'll just...
Remember, you can do non-lethal damage and do your normal attack rolls if you wanted. Just knock them out.
Yeah, let's try for that. So,
All right. Your attack.
I'll do... Go
Attack
ahead.
is at advantage because he's prone.
Okay. So I'll try... Alright, 21's first one.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage and sneak attack. We'll
23
just do your
second
first
one.
one first. In case you want to hit one of
Yeah.
your party members or something like that. So 21 hits with your main hands.
Yeah.
Sneak attack
Tricks.
triggers. Alright, now second attack is needed. So you do attack with the off dagger. That hits with the 23. So go into your offhand damage. Oh, for consistency, I would use your main weapon as your first to hit. You probably
Sorry, I done it that way because I thought my action was the question, and then my
No. Sorry, I should have
bonus.
let you know.
Okay, yeah. That's fine. All right, so 6,
Another 6.
so 13 total.
He's not knocked out yet. Or actually, real quick, the first one. I think he does get a trigger on the Tasha save at the end of turn each time it takes damage. So to be fair, first one, wisdom saving throw. That's a natural 1. And then second time on the second hit, that is a 20. So off of, he's not looking great by any means, but he does break free of the Tashas. And
I don't have any spell slots.
there you go.
So
Okay, Drawley's turn. He's like, I don't like this laugh because I don't
Grab
like
him
any of
before he
this.
can run.
Get your hands off of me.
I'm gonna kick him in the face.
You're trying to just knock him out, right?
Yes.
Do a normal attack roll, but we're just gonna reflavor it as a kick in the face.
Okay.
It's like whatever your optimized weapon is. Yeah, just so you know, like for something like that, just reflavoring it. Like I'm sure your +6 fine, but I don't like penalizing players for being creative for something that's like you're still doing the same thing, but you just want to get a kickoff. So you could have used your weapon and then your weapon damage, but then it would have been a kick in the face. Does that make sense?
Well, you want me to roll my weapon damage?
Yeah. I don't want to penalize you for being creative because it's the same
All right.
outcome. You're trying to knock it out. Right, you're trying to do non-lethal, correct? Those ideas?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, and that's enough to knock Ned unconscious.
So I see you down there. Oh God!
Sorry, I did not have it.
Yeah, just do that. I just think we're jumping him. Like Drawley's still not on board. He thinks we're just stomping him out, kind of thing, because for all the trouble he put us through. He's like, "Rah! So you next." That ends my turn.
And we're out of initiative. I'm starting to. I think it's the new 1D&D thing because it's always this middle ground of like unconscious, 1 HP because you technically hit him to 0. I think the new rules it's like he's unconscious with 1 HP, and so just declaring it for you guys. I like that's a little more cleaner, but he's unconscious at 1 HP.
Vex still kind of has him holding him in case he wakes up.
Yeah, Prescott's still kind of holding on to him. Thank goodness. I couldn't come up with anything.
Is that seriously what you were doing the whole time?
I just felt like if I... No, my bad.
Yes, I was trying to come up with whatever joke it was that he would tell.
All right, I'm gonna take my 50 feet of hempen rope and truss him up like a fucking mummy.
Act helps tie him up.
Yeah, give me an athletics check at a straight roll. Because, well, I'll say this. It was a 15-minute duration. So, make another wisdom saving throw for me. This is Drawley. Because you still have that deep-seated fear. And being near the stairs is still unsettling. But then you overcome your fear. And you are back to not framed.
Nice. So I will thank Ned for pissing me off so much that I ignore my fear, and now it's just rage towards him as I'm tying these knots.
What is this GIF, Riley? Sorry, I was listening, but I'm confused by the GIF. I'm like, what's this? I'm missing the reference.
Is he eating ham?
Well, the important part that I was trying to do is the tied up bit.
Oh, something's tied up. Okay, got it.
Yes.
It looks like a corn. I think it's like a corn. To me, it looks like a corn on the cob a little bit. Here for it. Okay, sorry. Continue. Alright, so you tied him up. Yeah, athletics check at advantage because of the help action from Vect.
Nice. Okay, so right click, advantage. I'm figuring out the sheet. Nice.
24 or 25. Excellent. You guys take the 50 feet of hope and rope and you tie up real good.
In the very top of it, it's just tying up enough to make a gag, like a ball, like a chunk of the rope to make a ball to put in his mouth.
Love it.
Oh, bastard. Everybody all right?
Mostly.
I'm fine.
I say at this
I'm unhurt.
At this point, he keeps messing around. I'm going to feed him to that thing down there. Enough playing these games trying to find his equipment. He ain't going nowhere dressed up like that.
Prescott, what's wrong? Do you need medical attention?
I'm alright. I just said I was unhurt.
Oh, I thought you said you were hurt. You're like, I'm hurt.
I think that's emotionally hurt. I think that's emotionally hurt at the loss of his shirt.
Oh, shirt's fine.
Can you imagine what kind of honor that would be for a homeless person to give you the clothes off their back, though? Like, I'm not saying you need to lean into that, but I was just thinking about that context. I'm like, man.
That's what I thought you was going off of, but because I thought you said, I'm hurt. Okay, sorry guys. I think we should secure this damned fool somewhere. Maybe back in the room where we got him from.
I ain't going all the way back up there if we're going down south. We'll throw him in one of those closets. He'll be all right till we leave. If we remember to let him go. I'm going to pick him up. Bastard.
Well, if we put him back in the room he came from, at least we're sure he won't leave it.
No. There's something with him in this place. I've got a bad feeling about him. I think there's more to him.
So take him with us is what you're saying.
Mm,
Hey,
a hard call.
at least if he's with us, we know he's not doing some kind of bullshit behind our backs.
Right.
All right,
You
so
could
I
also
grab.
just trip and fall down the stairs.
That's how I was going to get him downstairs in the first place. I'm not carrying him around like he's some damn princess. I'm grabbing the back of like the where I tied, make like a little handle. I'm gonna drag his body. Not even like I'm using strength to drag him. I'm just using like I'm letting my arm go as lax as it can, and then when it gets resistance, then I'll pull him a little bit.
So you're
All
just
right.
dragging him along the ground. He said,
Yeah.
Do we feel the need to explore any more of the house before heading downstairs? He tried to enter a room prior to entering the room where he originally fled.
Where'd he try to go?
As we walked down that hall, he tried to touch the doorknob to the right. Wasn't sure if he was trying to. Now, looking back, I'm not sure if he was trying to simply escape us or if there was something to that room.
The one opposite the one where we found the books.
Yes.
All right.
I
I'll
think
take
it might
point.
be worth looking there.
All right, I'm gonna. Excuse me, Prescott. As I've dragged the body behind me.
There's also something to that room where we were studying the footprints. He fled before I could say anything, but none of those footprints lead to the door. They just appear.
You thinking hidden room?
I believe so.
Well, come on then. Fucking lying ass hobos.
Hey,
You don't need to take offense unless you are also a lying ass hobo. Hobos can lie. Make sure I try to. If I see that there's a little lump in the floor, I make it a point to walk over it.
Yeah, at a
Just to
certain
make sure-
point, he like regains consciousness, and he's not like really attempting to break free or anything. But you just hear like,
Good morning, sunshine.
and as you had found him, he is now regagged and re-tied up.
What is it? So, looking at his eye line, is he looking at a source of his fear?
He is in pain, excruciating pain. He did have a real wound on his back of his head, and you've been dragging him along. You guys just beat the shit out of him. He doesn't care about anything right now. He is just.
Shut up. You're still alive.
Vect tries to intimidate him. And
I'm gonna give you this information for free. Like, you were like, the footsteps go here, and you lift up the rug, and there's a trap door underneath it.
yeah. No, I was going to ask some other questions, not about like.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like,
Trap
"Where's
door.
the secret door?" I was like, "You
No,
know
no.
where the secret entrance." Okay.
That's not how Batman does. We gotta break legs.
Well, I guess okay. So yeah, Beck will do that first. He walks over. He sees the footsteps. He's kind of kicking around, and he starts.
Yeah, you peek
moving the
underneath that
carpet.
rug, right? And there's literally a trapdoor
Mhm.
underneath it. Yeah.
Guys, I found evidence.
I told you. I think I said last time. The challenge for JP is to not to get into Batman by the end of the one-shot session.
It was like I seriously thought you were going to do it back with the footsteps, but I can tell you were holding it in.
That's really sad.
You've done really good. You've done really good.
And then that just ran off. I was like, oh wait, come here, bastard. All right, guys, there's a door right here. This is the source of the footsteps.
In and out. All right, then.
Beck walks over to Ned, holds a dagger to his throat, and pulls out his gag and does an intimidation and asks them, if you want any reprieve, you're going to tell us what's down there. You were clearly down there.
I don't know where she is. I'm sorry. Roll intimidation check at advantage.
At advantage, 19 and a 9. So we'll go with the 19.
They're down there.
He's kind of pressing the dagger into his neck.
I'm sorry. They made me do it.
Who made you do it?
Sanballat.
Sanballat. What is this? Another one of your lies?
No, he's the crew lead here of the mountain. Cave, it's down below. Or smugglers. They're trying to just keep you out.
Trying to smuggle what? What's so important?
We're smugglers. It's illegal shit, man. Drugs, alcohol, illegal goods.
Fucking pirates.
We could pay you orders to turn a blind eye. You would ask him. I swear he would. See, we didn't even try to kill you to try to scare you away. Don't kill me, please. Please don't kill me. I'm too much shit.
What were you running to? Why did you run away?
Because you're gonna find out. And I had a butter knife. And you all could have killed me if you found the trap door.
Hey, ask that traitor what was that sound coming in the cellar.
What was the sound coming from the cellar?
Yeah, I ain't talking to Ned no more.
Roll intimidation check at advantage.
That's me or Charlie?
Vec.
Oh, me again?
Yep, it's going through you.
Sorry. 11 and 18.
Sanballat, he knows how to use magic. It's just a spell. It's just a spell to scare people away. Scare people like you away. We're trying to meddle in your affairs. Don't meddle in ours. We don't even try to even kill people. We just scare them away. Stay away from the haunted house.
Victrax looks at Jolly. Didn't you sense the presence of undead at one point?
When I first came in, I smelt a dead presence. Did you say that in my head or?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I said. So I said it either way.
Did you say it out loud?
No, he said it in my head.
No,
so
you're just replying to him in your head, though. I'm trying to figure out if you asked Old Ned about the scary voice. Or the undead.
What? No, when I said at first, I told Vec to ask Ned about the voice downstairs. Then when he said all that, Victrax had said, didn't I smell a dead presence when I came in my head? So I replied to him in my head. I was just making sure.
Yeah,
we're
on the same page then. Yep.
Yeah.
He's good with magic.
Hey, Vect, ask him if he uses necromancy.
What sort of magic does he practice?
Magic, man? I don't know. The kind
Answer
that...
me truthfully, fool.
I'm telling you the truth. He just uses magic. You know, sometimes he shoots little beams of magic and it's like he goes bow 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 and then people die and stuff. And sometimes he can cast it with fiery beams. Never
So
seen.
he's going to try and attack us if we enter that room.
If you go down there, but if you make a deal, you all seem really nice and powerful. You could probably do some jobs for him. I'm always looking for capable.
He puts the gag back in his mouth.
Fucking
guys.
pirate.
So, also in the head, in our minds. So,
Remember,
Are we
Beck
not going-
won't hear it, but yeah.
are we not going to explicitly ask him about the undead?
I say to you, Vect, hey, take that gag out and ask him if he uses zombies. Or any kind of undead in his magic. And he better answer truthfully or I'm going to start taking toes.
And also, if he has a old elf hobo that works with him. He also tried to keep me out of this house.
All right, Ned. Listen here.
What?
Are there any use of undead allies?
I'm just gonna
in your
pretend I
group?
didn't hear all your friends ask that same goddamn question. Oh, my goodness.
Ask him this. Okay.
We don't fuck with the undead. There's no Sembeled's not a fucking necromancer, if that's what you're asking. Well, some fucking undead down there, though, and we keep them locked up.
So you don't
should
make
say that
them,
he
but you're
keeps
perfectly
undead
fine
locked up.
using them.
We don't fucking use them. We locked them up downstairs. This place really is fucking haunted, if it makes you feel any better. There's undead shut down there, and we blockaded the door to keep them out. I mean, in case of emergencies, maybe we could open them up, but, it's not like we
So
control
then how
them.
did you end up in that room if you're part of the group of pirates?
Yeah, Vect, ask him.
Smugglers?
How did you end up in that room?
Oh, my God. Sorry, I'm laughing myself.
Alright, but do you know anything about the undead?
You know anything about the undead?
Okay, there's so many questions, and you guys are asking questions. You didn't even ask me about the elf hobo. You weren't even going to follow through for Prescott. You all just kind of ignore him and pretend he doesn't even. He's the nicest.
First
guy.
answer.
He gave me a shirt off his back.
He holds
and you
the
guys
knife
don't
closer.
even. Oh God, I'm sorry.
Listen.
Why didn't you give back the shirt?
Answer his question.
Wait, whose question?
Prescott's. Why
Prescott's
did you give him back?
Because I was running away. You can have your shirt back, man. It stinks to
Okay.
high heavens.
Why were you in that room tied up?
Well, we all got word that a group that Baron fucker's been sniffing around and people. By the way, you're not very tactful. Word spread very fast that a group of. You see him catch himself in the word dumbasses. A group of adventurers, of fine strapping adventurers, were sniffing around asking questions. And so, to make it look authentic, they fucking knocked me in the back of the head. I can take it. It's not the first time I've been knocked in the back of the head a few times.
They?
Yes.
How many more people are in this house?
Can you... I can't use my hands. I can count on my fingers if you unbind my hands.
No. No one
Wow,
trusts you.
that was a long
You will
shot.
tell me.
Roll intimidation check.
At advantage.
At advantage.
That's the GIF I posted is how Drawley's standing behind him.
Oh, we'll go with the 12.
12.
Oh, can I use
You still have inspiration.
Yeah.
If
That
you'd like to.
just allows me to reroll, right?
Is it the bardic inspiration?
No.
You
just
also have
inspiration.
bardic still.
That one. Oh, Bardic, yeah. Okay. And what's the Bardic? 1d6?
Yeah, it's not a whole lot.
D6 on the 12. 5. So 17.
Well, I mean, depends, but you know, there's Larry, and then there's Gerblaglob, and then Lick Lack. You'll give and take about 10 to 30.
The 30? Answer me truthfully, fool.
I ain't answer you truthfully, you jackass! You're gonna kill me if I don't answer truthfully. We're smugglers, sir. Sometimes there's a ship, sometimes there's not. Sometimes there's more crew, sometimes there's not. We don't just
Puts the
store
gag
shit
back in
down
his
there.
So it's up to you.
This man is not trustworthy. If he is a smuggler, he will be lying. He will not be telling us truthfully that we could strike a deal and walk away from this peacefully. I do not believe this man, nor his allies in this house, mean to make any sort of deal with us.
And you're probably right.
Do you think we've gotten all we can from him?
Yes. Just say that.
Alright. Time to make the Baron happy.
As Victrax pulls out his other small knife.
Do we all just start stabbing him?
Or,
Get him!
or, hear me out. If the mission is to get information about what's going on at this house, we've done it. And our piece of evidence is right fucking here. Alive. So, we drag his sorry ass back to the Baron. He tells the story about the smuggler's den. We get our money, and we ain't gotta do nothing else. And the fact that there's undead in this house, I'm all for clearing it out and all. But I also ain't trying to help no smugglers get rid of their undead problem. I'm not the police, but it's kind of up to you, mate. It's your mission. I'm just here to help you.
Well,
As I pull out my sword too, like, or we could.
Just poetic.
yeah, I think the Baron would probably believe that pirates have been, working up the story of this place being haunted more than believing that it actually was. More just a way to smuggle goods to inland and distribute them safely.
Or another thought. We clear out this house. We go back to the Baron. We tell him simply that we have discovered that there are smugglers and that they have been bamboozling people, making them think it's haunted, but really it's them attempting to scare people off and possibly kidnapping people, taking them hostage. We then tell him we can clear it out for a certain price, at which point he agrees to it. And then at which point we tell him, well, we've cleared it out, so we'll take the money.
Well, I think the Baron's political experience would probably see right through that. Plus, what's better evidence than bringing them proof that these pirates are dead? After all, I don't think Ned's gonna need his ears any longer.
So you just want to take his ears? That's pretty dark.
Oh no, he's gonna be dead when we harvest them. It's just gonna be.
Come on, this is actually kind of giving me the creeps a little bit. At least let him stand up, give him the butter knife, and I'll kill him. Oh, relax. He ain't dead yet.
We'll give you an honorable death if you shut up.
So, Vic, see what he's trying to say.
I'm afraid if I remove this gag, after what he's heard us say, he'll scream and alert his allies.
Right. So, Vic Trax, what do you say then? Are we clearing? Or are we leaving?
We need to clear this place, find any more alchemical books and whatnot for the
Fucking
Baron. I
Listen.
believe he will pay us handsomely for each one.
Fine.
I'm not doing this without any sort of guarantee of additional funds.
Right. You'll get to split the 25 gold we were all promised. I say looking over to Vic Trax.
He does an insight check.
Roll an insight check and roll deception. 16 and 13. He's lying. Also, I've kind of insinuated that Vect overheard conversations and rumors at the
Right.
that, and I think you walked him like looking to pay someone 300 gold, the Baron looking for a venture, like recruiting for that. So a lot of people overheard the talk of money, and the little scene, especially with little dude with the divination.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're lying. Definitely not 25.
Right.
Vic Trax is gonna look
I'll be
over at
expecting
Jolly.
more than that
I-
for my continued assistance.
I thought the Baron said 300 for the group.
Oh, yeah. That what he said? Numbers. Me and numbers,
I used to not be so good at math myself.
All right. What do we do with this man?
Well, I'm led to believe he's not useful to us anymore. And as a smuggler, his life kind of is forfeit. The Baron would probably quite like to hear that we've cleared a smuggler's den and any undead here.
All right. Vec just stabs him.
I thought we were still discussing.
Wait, for real? With my shirt?
Oh,
He's still not dead. He's just dying out.
It's Austin Powers.
I think
It's worse.
I think of Pee Wee Herman in Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie. How he dies with a stake through the heart, and then he's like kicking the wall. Or am I too old? Nobody gets that. Okay, cool.
That's funny. If I don't know any of these references, I thought it'd be funny if he just doesn't die. He's just like dying.
Someone stab him again. He just slices his neck.
And then one of you guys just finish it off.
Just everyone stabs him.
And so with old Ned diets. I loved old Ned. You bastards.
Yeah. Wipes his sheath or wipes his knife on the shirt. That's Prescott's.
Little motherfucker had
That's my good shirt.
Sorry, Prescott.
He could have done a lot of
Already
damage given the
soiled.
right opportunity.
All right, so this jibes with being a follower of Mistress. She's lawful neutral. So these are criminals. Okay, cool. I was about to say, this is kind of dark, man, for a paladin. But I was like, oh, okay. All right, it works.
But we
yes,
will,
he's a paladin. That means that anything he does is morally correct against the criminals.
Right.
we will
As soon as
end it there just because of the time. And I know people are, and then we'll let you guys unravel and unpack your morality next time.
Yes.
'Cause
Look,
I mentioned-
Victrax is just trying to, up his station in life.
Mhm. You know me, I really, it's like there is no judgment from me. I love
No,
what you guys
Victrax
do.
is Palpatine. He's a Palpatine character. He's just like, oh, he's a sweet old man, even though he's not really old.
Kill
No,
him
he's
now.
not. He's darker than all of us. He's like, do it.
It's not the Jedi way.
There is no darkness, just the comfortability in my mansion.
Did
Once I
I
get it.
did I just bond my warder to one of the darkest faces ever?
Look, you gotta be a
your
special
walk
kind of
into the
wizard
dark
to-
side
Level
continues.
20's gonna be lit. I'll be a
just
You gotta be a
dark
special kind of wizard for literally your first choice in spell. The first one I knew I wanted, Cause Fear.
So it begins.
To give you guys a
Oh yeah,
heads
I've
up,
also got Lightning Lure, so I'm working my way to gain lightning.
I will be out of town through the weekend. I'll be driving back on Monday, so I don't think I'll be or no, I would have a session Tuesday, so earliest would be Wednesday of next week, just FYI. But we'll check back in when I'm on the way back. GG's boys, I'm gonna sign off though.
GG's.
GG's.
All right. All right. Allow me to
Bye.
tell you why you're wrong about Jenny.
Yes. All right. We're now keeping the recording on for the podcast coming out of the